Hello, just adjusting myself there. Very good morning to you and welcome to Jewellery Maker. My name is Fee and it's my favourite day of the week. It's Fantastic Friday. It's the start of the weekend. Woohoo! Best day of the week as far as I'm concerned. And do you know what? You've got me all weekend. Can you hear me now? Shall I start again? Oh, all right, darling, but I couldn't hear you. Marvellous. As long as the viewers at home can hear me. It's all going so well, isn't it? And to think you've got this for Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Now, I'm not alone. My lovely partner in crime is a lady I've not worked with before. It's the second time on air, on Gems, but not on the TV land, not on TV world. Oh, she's experienced. She's done all sorts. She's a woman of many talents. It is our lovely Hayley. Good morning, Hayley.
Good morning, Ida. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm better now that I can hear Tom because he was in the mid-distance there and I was just thinking, that's why I was adjusting myself. I thought, where is he? He's there. He's somewhere in there. I can barely hear him though. Excuse me, I'm just adjusting again. So, yes. So you've made 3 beautiful sets out of 3 separate new kits.
I've been having a whale of a time with the kits. Some amazing things that you can put together with them. But the scope as well is just tremendous. You just get so much.
Fantastic. So we'll be sharing those details with Hayley later on and looking at her ideas. And don't forget, you can text us in today on 60777 if you want to ask Hayley any questions, because we'd love to draw on her expertise and her talents as a guest designer. As long as you start your message James Studio, then we know it's for us when it comes through to us. No charges apply. Just start it James Studio and whatever your message is, 60777. You can be saying hi, you can be telling me what you're doing, what's just arrived with the DPD man, or by general delivery, or especially when you see Hayley show us her techniques, what you specifically would like to learn, or you've got a technical problem or something that just needs sorting. She's here to help. Right, I will start the morning first thing with a bit of an early bird. So let's kickstart that into action and then we can start showing you all the goodies we've got. Now, it's one of the most expensive, beautiful quartzes. It is a gemstone phenomenon, as it's known. In America, a phenomenal gemstone. And it is rutile quartz, rutilated quartz. And the reason it's one of the most expensive is because you've got a gem growing within a gem there. You've actually got these beautiful individual sharp, well, they are quite sharp inside, but obviously we cut them so that they're beautifully finished and don't harm you, in terms of the metallic points within it. The rutile inclusions are almost like a gem within a gem, and then you get, I always think like a Jackson Pollock. They always look like splashes of a paintbrush there, and they're all individual. No two are the same. Some can be very opaque and white with just the tiniest little dot. Some can be very full, almost like a black rich forest. And if you just look along the length there, you can see the variation between the rutilated quartz there. And when we're buying our gems, it is one of the most expensive to acquire because it is a gem with a phenomenon, as it were, a miracle of nature, where those rutilated inclusions actually create the beauty of the gemstone. And you'll see the honey ones that we have, sometimes honey rutilated quartz. We often have that on our sister channel set in gold, but for the black and white, we do tend to place it in our silver. I think it's just something about that monochromatic black and white lending itself to the silver. So it's great with your black agate, your onyxes, great. I've got some lovely white frosted quartz. I nearly said crusty quartz. That's the worst sell on Jewellery Maker ever. We've got some lovely white crusty quartz, Hayley. White frosty quartz coming up as well, that this would look beautiful with. There's nothing crusty about it. There it is, frosty. And then you can have the lovely polish of your black agate or your black onyx. So it's a beautiful, beautiful gem to create that monochromatic look with. So very versatile. And this morning is even more versatile because it is our early bird. And we're going to follow early bird with Bubba Bird. So we're looking at 260 carats of black rutilated quartz rounds. They're 10 millimeters each. And even if you left it as is, it's a great looking strand. If you just restranded them. Let's give you an early bird price, a price that's irresistible. Ultimately, the aim of the early bird. Get the baskets open, get the order started, ring us on the free phone number, $7.95 straight down. Look how striking that is on the neckline. Beautiful, isn't it? They just look great like that, don't they? Wouldn't even have to do much, would we?
I love those. Such perfect colours. Like you say, anything from your light summery tones right through to your winter blacks. Beautiful.
Exactly. Exactly, and it's such a different gem, isn't it? Because of those rutile inclusions.
I love a gem that kind of tells you a story, so to speak. So it's not just a case of it's just one solid colour. You've got all those different flecks in there, and I think that's really nice.
Exactly, I think that's that is essentially the beauty, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Telling a story. I'm always looking at, like, you look at the clouds for pictures and imagery and what you see in there. And of course, you have got every single one being individual. No, it's part of the allure as well. You know, your strand is going to be different to my strand. No two are going to look the same.
And that's the key thing, I think, as well, that it draws the eye in, so it makes it interesting. It's a conversation starter, and people will look at it and respond to it because it is such a different look.
Exactly, it's just a bit different from what you see in the norm, because it's not norm. You've just got those flecks suspended in time, just suspended, just stopped in time, and that's those darts that are just shot. And I think that's what's so fascinating about them. When you look at them, you just think, well, how is that captured? How did that, you know, when those crystals form, you've got those rare earth elements coming together with different pressures and different temperatures, and then all of a sudden this inclusion is born, another crystal twinned with inside, and just becomes stopped in time. I find it fascinating. And how come that one there barely has any, and then this one is completely and utterly bombarded with the rutiles, and then hello, he's a bit different again. It's fabulous, isn't it? It's all part of the charm and the beauty. Fabulous with pearls. What else would you put with those, Hayley? If you, I mean, immediately we went down the black and white, just because the monochrome. Silver, yeah. I've got some sumptuous brushed silver coming up in the challenge for you today. If you just have a look at those silver saucers, those copper findings, look at those. Are they lovely? Looks great with it, doesn't it?
But I think they're nice because if you're teaming them up with those particular ones that you've just brought in, it's a very modern look. But if you were to team it up maybe with a more of a cream or a white pearl effect, then it is more classic looking.
Definitely.
So very, very generic, nice ones to work with.
They are. They're a great staple. I think that's the word there, Hayley, generic. They're a great staple to have in your store there, because of course you're always using those black strands, those white strands. You're always teaming them up as, you know, foils and backdrops to other lovely colourful strands. And I think if you want to have a certain dynamic to just the simple black and white, then your rutilated quartz is the one for $7.95. It's an early bird bonanza. YMPO36. That's all right. Oh, we can add, that splash of colour, because I know we've gone down the silver route just because the way our eye, you know, is immediately caught to the silvers and the monochromatics. But I've got the Bubba Bird coming up in a minute, and I love these. Sometimes just use this, you know, just coupled together, stacked, and use as little spaces. It's amazing how glamorous your pieces can, and how expensive your pieces can look.
That's right. And by bringing another colour in, say if you've got gems of a red tone or a purple tone, it kind of crosses the boundaries between the different kind of findings that you've got. So whether you're using gold, whether you're using silver, ties it all together.
Exactly, because we've got some lovely amethysts coming up in our kits.
Beautiful.
Just thinking of the goldy look there with these. Beautiful. Now 50% of the stock's been allocated already because people are taking advantage, because you know the early bird is an unbelievable offer, because it is our intention that we get your orders going. Don't forget, it's is it $95 or $2.99? I can't read that. $2.95. I don't want to add 4p if we don't need 4p on there. $2.95 postage and packaging for the day, and that's till midnight. But doesn't the world end at 9? The DD, it all ends at 9 tomorrow. This offer won't be around. In fact, I'm more worried about, the world doesn't end, by the way, but I'm more worried about the fact that there won't be the availability, because I can say 50% of the stock's been allocated. So well done to you. Make sure you proceed to check out on the web. It will carry over that 1p for the day, which takes you through till midnight. So you've got the late show, you've got the repeat still to take advantage of as well. So that's a big bird. Let's do baby bird. Let's do baby bird, those beautiful jump rings. And then we'll set Hayley a challenge. Alrighty. Now I love the jump rings purely from a chainmail point of view, purely from a decorative point of view. You know, just stacking a few. It's amazing how if you just have a lovely 10mm or an 8mm round, just stacking a couple on top, you know, and then the head pin through, just something very simple, how rich it can make your design look, as well as their actual functionality of creating a bit of dangle or attaching the head pin. How else do you use them, Hayley, in your designs? So I know you like very simple, stylish pieces.
I do, yeah. I do go quite clean with my designs, but like you say, they add that little kind of bit of movement if you want to. So if you've got something that you don't want to be sitting too close to the neckline, then you can add a little bit of dangle with it, a little bit of fluidity with the movement. So sometimes you want the light to catch the gem, and that's a perfect situation to use those.
Exactly, just want that little bit of length, a little bit of chain there maybe, or just that dangle, so you know all the light goes round the orb or whatever shape the gem is. And because we've got 50 in the pack and they're gold-plated sterling sterling silver, and they're 5mm. Now that brings me to mind for tomorrow's show, which is all about the gold rush. So this is a little taster, a precursor, what you can expect tomorrow. Now there's what, darling? 2.5 grams of your silver with your gold plating on there as well. And there's 50. So we often have our gold-plated brass, our gold-plated copper, but this is this 925 sterling silver with the gold plating there, and they are for you. So this makes it even more manageable and easy for when you're attaching, linking, lengthening, and they are the 9-carat yellow golds. Beautiful, and there's 50 of them there. And the nice thing about that is, you know, we don't have to scrimp. We can couple a few together on the earrings. We can create a bit of chainmail, a bit of length, as Hayley said, connecting, you know, to eye pins and chain. Great for, you know, connecting up those pieces together. We don't have to scrimp, and 50 is going to last us a long time. But we've had Big Bird, we want Bubba Bird now. We want to give you a secondary offer here, which is brilliant. Another add to your order. Now, originally the price on these, because we're going to price slash these, was as little as $9.95. But that's a great price, especially as there's 50, isn't there? So what does that work out each? 20p each? Roughly. 5 20s are a pound, 20p each, £10. There you go. We're not even staying at 20p each. We're going to go even lower today. Yay! Almost like 10p each, isn't it? $5.95. So a massive saving. That £4. You know, we keep going on about how the gold prices are rising. I was telling you there, the last 2 weeks in August, you know, I saw an £80 rise in a troy ounce. And, you know, it was over $100, over $200, no, $100 an ounce. No, it was 2, yeah. In the last month, it was just going up and up and up. It spiked. If you look at the gold prices, I'll be looking at it again for tomorrow's show, obviously, the Gold Rush show. But I saw in those last 2 weeks in August, per troy ounce, an £80 rise for the price of gold. And, you know, the silver and the gold, it does fluctuate, but you'll find overall, when you look past years, rather than, it might fluctuate up and down in any month or any given year, but it will steadily rise. So rather than hike our prices up with the current trend of how much gold costs, and this is what you can expect all day tomorrow, we are price slashing. So what I say is get it now, because invariably it will have the knock-on effect even for Jewellery Maker. You know, even on our sister channel Gems TV, we can't sell our silver at what we did 2 years ago and our gold at. So although we haven't hiked the prices with the current trend, it does have a knock-on effect further down the line, you know, 12 months, 24 months down the line, because of course we're 6 months ahead of ourselves. We've made the jewellery with gold we bought 6 months ago, and the same with, you know, the gemstones. We sourced them over 6 months ago. So, you know, this is what we bought at a while ago. This is what we had in store, as you know, but of course we're not selling them at the current trend prices. So let's take advantage of that price slash. Let's get 2, because £5.95, £4. £4 is a lot of money, Hayley, isn't it, on today's show?
Well, these are bread and butter items, aren't they?
They are, my darling.
Yeah, so these are things that you will always need. So even if it's a case you're thinking yourself, well, I've got quite a few of these already, you are going to be using them over and over again. So you do need to have a little stock of these, a little crafty pantry.
A crafty pantry. I love your turn of phrase. A crafty pantry. These are your bread and butter. She's a woman after my own heart. As long as we all relate it back to food and drink. We're on to a winner. Yeah, your crafty pantry. I love that, Hayley. And even, like Hayley said, you know, even if you don't know what I'm going to do with them today, you will find the need. It'll happen maybe later on in the week.
Well, it's when you're working on a piece and you suddenly think, oh,
that's what I could have done with
them. Yeah.
And now if I want to get them the $9.95 or $12.95 because it's gone up, I should have gone with a $5.95 with Bubba Bird fee. Said get 2 packs. That's it. I would have had 100. You know, it was like 50% off there, isn't it? So, and £4, as you know, on today's show, we've just had the early bird, the rutilated quartz for $7.95. That £4 goes a heck of a long way towards a strand or an individual piece. So take advantage of your postage packaging. You only pay that once. You don't pay it again for the whole day until 12 o'clock, and we start a new day tomorrow. So it's only till 9 tomorrow, though, that this offer stands. Everything ends at 9, as Dee Dee's always telling me the world ends at 9. But it won't. I'll be starting the Gold Rush show tomorrow at 9. So this is a little precursor of what you can expect. We're going to be talking a lot about gold and gold facts and of competitions and giveaways. So that's a little giveaway for you today, $5.95. Dee, you sandwiched me this weekend, aren't you? You're with me Sunday as well, aren't you, you naughty little minx? Yeah. Can't get over, hey? I don't want to get rid of you. I don't see you enough as it is. Right, now I knew that was going to be a disaster. Look at that effort there, Jack, at trying to put them back. Everywhere other than in the bag. That's why I need one of those storage boxes. Shall we give Hayley a challenge? She's looking very, very ready for action, actually. She looks like she's ready to pounce and create. So I think we need to set this lovely lady, a challenge and see what gorgeousness she can come up with in today's show, and then share those techniques with you as we go through the whole day together. Rightio. Well, you had a little precursor of what you can expect in those silver findings. So here it is. Ooh, hello. What have we got? Tell you what we've got. We've got a lot. How are you with wire?
It's a new area for me.
Oh, I like this stretching you.
I do like a little bit of a challenge. Sometimes you do have to challenge yourselves with things, don't you? Because you don't know what you're capable of until you give it a go.
Exactly. This is it. And I know you have worked with it anyway, because I've seen it in your designs. I think she's been very modest, Hayley, in her pantry there. But we're going to give her some beautiful purple wire. But I'm going to start with the gemstones, because we've got this fantastic bright royal blue banded agate.
I love this.
I do as well.
Well, I'm a denim girl.
Are you? Living your jeans?
So, yeah, living my jeans.
Likewise. I barely fit them these days, but I'll try. Love my jeans.
Need a bit of elastic on your button.
Exactly. She knows the tricks.
But no, these are beautiful, and you've got so many different shades in there, from the kind of very deep tones right the way through to those baby blues. So
yeah, it's that banding I like, that distinction, you know, like you said, the deep royal blues, then you've got baby blues, the lovely whites there, the banding so distinctive, and then you've got the faceting, which makes them so sparkly, very fresh, very crisp, beautiful. There's always beauty to be found in every single one, which again is like the rutilated quartz. Every single one is different, isn't it? Everyone's got a story to tell. So I'm glad Hayley likes those, because that's exactly what she's got to work with. And we've got the lovely frosty as opposed to the crusty white quartz. Nothing crusty about these, but I love the feel of those.
I love it, and I love the fact that they're double drilled as well.
Yes, that's exciting, isn't it? That adds a different element, doesn't it?
Yeah, like
double drilled, which could interplay beautifully because they are semi-translucent with our coloured wire, but I'll leave that for you to experiment with, Hayley, because double drill does add, for the jewellery makers, a different element to your design work. Just gives you more scope in different ways, but we shall explore that with our Hayley. And I love the glow. You look at them and the crackle frostiness. It's like an avalanche, isn't it? It's like the ice.
I was just about to say, they look like ice cubes.
It is like ice cubes, isn't it? Yeah. When they're so cold. They haven't got that wet sheen yet. They've on melt. They're just so cold. They're just crackled, like they're dusted with ice and sugar, aren't
lovely.
They? So your blue faceted rounds in the agate are 260 carats, and they're 10mm. Then my crackle quartz frosted faceted squares are 12mm, and as Hayley said, double drilled, and that's 270 carats. Then I've got 10 meters of my purple. It's a real aubergine purple, isn't it? It's
lovely,
damson purple.
Colour of creativity, apparently, purple is.
Is that right?
Apparently so.
There we go. We like that. Juice is flowing. We've got the colour of creativity here, that lovely aubergine colour, that beautiful deep purple silver plated copper wire. Now the thickness on this is champion. It's 0.6mm, and you've got 10 meters there as well, and we can talk more about that gauge later, because the different gauges lend themselves to different techniques in terms of their properties and what they're able to do. Now we mentioned brushed findings, and I've actually got 6 of them, so I'll just grab it here. Beautiful. This is my largest. It's like a spinning top, and this is your copper finding eco finished with your beautiful silver plate. Now this is your largest one at 22 by 12.5mm, and as you can see, it's like a spinning disc, like a spinning top. And then you've got 2 larger ones. I always think these look like a posh vase, and big holes in those as well in terms of center drilled, and they are 12 nope, they're bigger than that, 22 by 6 and 20 by 6.3. Then you have another slightly smaller, so it's like daddy bear, mommy bear, baby bear, they all graduate down in size. A slightly smaller one there, and that one is 16 by 5.8. And last but not least, another 2, and these are 12 by 7.8mm. Yeah. And again, large holes through there, because I know Hayley had some ribbon earlier to work with, so that's great for your ribbon as well. You can get your ribbon through there as well. So some beautiful silver brushed findings there. Fresh, very crisp with your, you know, your frosted quartz there as well. And we've got, there we go. Have we got anything else, darling? Sorry, and I'm going. That's plenty for you, Hayley, isn't it, darling? And whatever else you can rummage for underneath. She could have a rummage underneath the desk. So the whole bundle called Hayley's Collection. It's named after you, darling. I know.
Charmed.
Hayley's Collection. Now, if we were to buy these entities separately on Jewellery Maker prices, you're looking at far above £23 basically. So to buy the strands separately, to buy the pack of 6 silver finished copper beads in those 5 different styles, to buy the frosted quartz double drilled, to buy the 10 metres of the purple silver plated copper wire at 0.6mm, you're looking at £23 plus. Because we've bundled it together, and because obviously it's the challenge, so we want to encourage people to come in and purchase and to make jewellery with us, and if you're new to us, to give it a go. We're going to give you a brand new bundleicious price. We're not going to stop at £23 plus, $17.95. So if you're thinking of fresh ideas and the ways in which you could incorporate this with your bundles at home, what you'd like to add to it, I already know one of the kits today would look beautiful with this, because you've got a deep dark blue gem, haven't you, in that vintage kit?
That's right, yes.
So this would interplay beautifully. I mean, we could separate them anyway and put them with the other kits anyway, couldn't we?
Gosh, yes. Yeah.
But the blues would be beautiful with that kit. So thinking ahead of the vintage collection, a brand new kit that Hayley's worked with today, this would be beautiful. Because entities together, obviously, but it is nice if we, well, Hayley's remit is only to work with what we give her in terms, so she will be, that's her challenge, if you know what I mean, to put this all together in a beautiful, fashionable way. So for £17.95, remember the savings are over £6. I think we should go and see Hayley, see what she says, yeah. So, have a little look. And I'll go see our Hayley and see what thoughts she has. Double drilled. Now that poses an interesting proposition, doesn't it, Hayley?
Yeah, you don't see that very often, do you? But it gives you the opportunity to experiment and play around. And the fact that you've got so much wire there means that you can experiment. You don't have to worry about it. But I love the brushed metal effect that we've got here, and that fabulous cascade. So I think we're going to have a cascade going on one piece. And then, not too sure, a few ideas, but I'm not going to give it going away.
No, you don't want to give it away. You don't want to give it away because we want to keep watching. Now, what we want to do today, Hayley and I, because it's Friday, it's the start, is encourage you as new jewellery makers, because you started out as a craft. I know you did your jewellery anyway. You do a lot of craft, don't you?
Yeah, I do lots of different crafts. I mean, my first craft was when I was very young, and I learnt knitting, and then I've done jewellery making and all sorts of different bits and pieces and come through. And I think that's the key. Creative in that particular manner, you do lend yourself to lots of different areas, and I'm just like you at home. I just enjoy playing around with different bits and pieces, the beads, just kind of experiencing them, and that's the key thing. Don't worry about making masterpieces, just have fun while you're creating it. Be proud of what you create, and that's the key thing. And
you've taken it off now because you're very professional, but you had a beautiful necklace on you today. It was so simple. I just really caught my eye in terms of the colour of your top.
That's the way that I tend to be. Just keep things nice and simple, because at the end of the day, when you've got beautiful gems like we've got on the show today, or every show in all honesty, you don't need much more than that, because the beauty is within the gems themselves.
You don't want to over-egg it. So you don't want to overdo it.
Exactly.
Alrighty, well, we'll catch up with Hayley as well throughout the show, but we really want to encourage you today as new jewellery makers as well to give it a go. And you can start with a bundle, or you can start with one of our new kits, and I think the majority everything is in there that you need.
Well, that's it. You've got everything. All that you need to add to your basket really is your toolkit, and the importance of having good tools came to me over the last week, because last time I was in, I managed to leave my tools behind. So I had to borrow some tools. They were awful. Were they awful?
We won't say whose they were.
Awful.
We'll offend your friend otherwise, or wherever you borrowed them from.
Yes, exactly. But that is the key thing. I really learnt firsthand that it is important to have a good set of tools to start with. So yeah, the basic tool, or you can go for the larger toolkit if you want to, but either of those, and everything is there, including those fabulous little storage boxes for all your findings.
Especially for something like those jump rings, which I just threw across the desk there. But yeah, no, it's an important point. It's like, even if you're baking, you need your tools, you need your scales, you need, you do need those bits, otherwise it's not going to turn out right.
It makes everything easier for you, and it also means that you get a professional finish as well. So when you're creating the loops with your head pins, they're perfectly round because you've got those round nose
Simple
pliers.
things, isn't it?
Crimping your crimp beads, everything is perfect because you've got the right tools for the job.
So that's the only other thing to mention, that smaller toolkit, if you just want to start with the basics. The more advanced one there has a little few extras in there, but this is what you'll actually see Hayley working with today, and that's what she's got lined up on the desk as well. So we're going to introduce our first new kit of the day as well, and we'll explore with Hayley her designs, and we'll get some techniques as well to encourage you further as well. So I'll leave you to the challenge,
Fabulous,
my darling.
thank you.
Back in a mo.
Okay, not a problem.
I'm actually wearing one of the pieces that Hayley's made from the kit. It's a beautiful brand new kit. We're going straight to the kit, darling. Yeah, let's do it. Now the other thing we'll do as well, because we're all about encouragement here, and don't forget we have our workshops as well that happen throughout the week. And I know I saw Cherry there earlier on in the week on Tuesday, and she was doing her beading. But what we like to do, as well as give you a kit, and in a kit you've got everything you need. The only thing you hadn't got, as Hayley said, is the tools. And regulars know to get a kit, we are bundling together, like we've just done with the challenge. Great savings. We're a one-stop shop. There is nothing else that you need. You can get it all on our website or by phoning through on the free phone number. And remember, you are literally accumulating an order where it's one postage and packaging for the day. So I'm going to introduce this first new kit, which our regulars will be ready to buy, but it's a great gift idea as well to buy someone. You're introducing them to a whole new area of work. And we like to encourage that further by giving you our free DVD, and on there are techniques. We'll share some techniques with Hayley. We share techniques every single day with our guest designers in the day show and the evening show, and the early learning start at 8 till 9 a.m. where we do specifically jewellery for beginners every morning with Linda, Lucy and Sheila. But there's, tutorials on there. We'll give you that absolutely free. We'll give you our Get Started booklet if you prefer the written word and the visual picture there, with use various tools and some very, the actual fundamentals, basic techniques. And this month's hub, we're exploring another area of jewellery making, the enamel work. And we like to use polymer clay, silver clay, copper clay. It's not just about your gemstones, it's about other beautiful materials you can incorporate in your jewellery making. And there's courses in there as well. I mean, what are we on, the 25th of September? We're on the 20th, so yesterday was successfully selling at craft fairs. I think the next one now is Wire Work for Beginners on the 2nd of October. So there's a whole list of courses you can actually do with us here at Jewellery Maker as well. The amount of times I see several ladies that are doing 3 or 4 courses. They make great red letter days as well, if you want to splash out and just get them a special experience. So let's encourage you further by giving you the kit. So we'll give you that all for free, and all we ask is that you ring the free phone number and have a go, because you can watch the show day after day and start at your own pace. Take it at your own pace, Dee. Have a nice glass of wine. Start at your own pace. Never too early, is it, Hayley? Never too early. Right, let's start. This one's called Passion Flower, and it's a beautiful, beautiful kit. Now you've got the purples and the greens, and I always say I love those polar opposite colours because they bring out the best in each other. We've got purple amethyst, we've got lavender amethyst, and we've got green chalcopyrite. So chalcopyrite, so a beautiful, beautiful gemstone. It's your chalcedony and your pyrite coming together there, just amazing. So I'm actually wearing one of the pieces. I must give this back to Hayley actually, but she's going to explore how to make designs out of the kit. She's only used what's in the kit, don't forget, but you can incorporate further elements to your jewellery making. But let's start with that amethyst, which you can see is a focal point, and we know the value of amethyst. We love our amethyst, and we appreciate the quality of our amethyst, and a lot of our amethyst we get from Brazil. Now this is frosted. This is 250 carats, and they are puffy faceted rounds, and they are 14mm across. And you can see beautiful tonality on there, can't you? From the dark, rich black currant purples to the lavender lilacs. And that frostiness, I was talking about this with Cherry there last week. I love the demure look, the sophistication of a frosted gem. It's less about the bling and more about the zing, isn't it? In terms of the gemstone quality, just beautiful. They've all got their part to play visually, optically, and physically their shape, but that's genuine amethyst. We only deal in real gemstones here at Jewellery Maker. Then we've got the lovely lighter shade, because iron is what colours this beautiful quartz, and various degrees of iron within the gemstone will give you various tones within the gemstone. So the less iron, the lighter lavender pinks, almost like a Rose de France amethyst, and these are pretty 40 carats 4mm rounds. And you've got some great shapes here straight away to play with in terms of just separating those coins and the luster and the polished rounds of the lavenders. There, they're so pretty. And we know from past experience here on Jewellery Maker, as well as our sister channels, that amethyst is one of the most loved of the gemstones. And what's pretty with these as well, if you ever get the punch and the pop of a beautiful high-end strand like well, when you start to separate those rich garnets, and I've got some beautiful greens. Ooh, that ties in perfect, but I've been cheeky there. That's a high-end strand for later. Keep you in suspenders with that one. Now we've got our chalcopyrite. And here you see, if you look at it there, it's like your mossy greens. It's almost like a jasper, but it's your chalcedony and your pyrite. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? So rather than the lapis blues, it's almost like a derivative of that family. But you've got these rich dark greens and those pyrite flecks. Looks like that when the Earth going around on the BBC when they're doing that like these years ago. Isn't that beautiful? Because all those patterns of the pyrite are creating different light reaction. Because there's like it reminds me of when you do antique foil on things, you know, and you get it almost looks like aging. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to, yeah. And you do that.
In the crafting world, we sometimes call it distressing.
Distressing, that's it. It's like the distressing with your foil or the age. That's what it looks like with those mottled patterns of the pyrite. Just beautiful. And I do love purple and green. They are opposite colours, but they bring out the punch in each other. They make the other one pop. Really, that gold just adds that richness as well. That would look lovely with those gold jump rings. You know, Bubba Bird we had earlier. That would look really lovely. Now, we've also got memory wire in this kit, and it's been used to great effect. This is fantastic. Our memory wire necklace, you get about, let me just give a quick count, coils wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, is it about 14 normally? There we go, that's quicker than counting. About 14 of those coils. So I'd say at least 2 coils would do you nice, so at least 7 torque necklaces if you like, but you might go down the routes of bracelets. And the memory wire is, as it says in the stainless steel, it sort of retains that cylindrical shape that you can see. So it's great for sort of big waves of pendants, of torques. You know, you've got that extra strength that perhaps you wouldn't get in your 0.4 or your 0.6mm wires. Then you also get this lovely lavender cord. If I just show you it here, it's kind of it's almost like it feels like it's not got it feels like it's got the wax or something. It feels harder than just cord. It's the wax cord, and it's this lovely lavender purple. I'm just trying to 5 1-meter lengths. There we go. So you've got 5 meters. They're all cut at 1 meter lengths, and it's 1mm in the thickness. But it's all finished. If you feel it, you know how sometimes cord can fray, if silk cord, but that has kind of got a wax finish. So if you look at it, it's got a lovely stability to it. So not only is that great for your threading, but you get that extra durability when you're knotting and tying as well. So you also get the cord. So we've got our memory wire and our cord. You also get your traditional findings that we like to supply in every kit, because they've all got a part to play. You've got 100 of those sterling silver plated findings, 100. And if I know from experience, and I'm sure Hayley will say the same, you never reach the end of those. Even when you're making the jewellery out of one kit, there's always loads left over. So it's silver plated copper findings. There's chain, there's earrings, there's toggle clasps, there's jump rings, there's crimp covers, there's balls, there's earring findings, you know, twisty loop chain, plain beads as well. So you've got it all. Head pins, of course, eye pins as well, all the fundamentals. You know, I said earlier, new buyers, that, you know, you've got everything you need. You've also got the binding materials as well, not just the memory wire, not just the cord, but you've got your monofilament, you've got your stretchy elastic, and you've got your beading thread. And 6 meters of the elastic, 50 meters of the beading thread, 80 meters of your monofilament. And your 2 organza bags, 1 small in the black, 1 large in the purple. Great for storage, great for giving away those gifts ideas, beautifully finished with the ribbon saying handmade gemstone jewellery. So it's attributed to you, nobody else. Sorry, that's upside down. Handmade gemstone jewellery. Helps if I hold it there for you, Jack, doesn't it? There you go. Unless you've got the ability to read upside down. There we go. So it's attributed to you and your skills, nobody else. So what on earth are we going to do in terms of an offer? There's an awful lot going on there. You've got the 100 pieces of the silver-plated findings. You've got your monofilament, your beading thread, your elastic. You've got your 5 meters of your lavender cord. You've got your 14 coils of your memory wire necklace. You know, and you've got your 3 beautiful strands, amethyst, 2 of which are lavender, and the frosted, deeper, darker, and the chalcopyrite. So there's an awful lot in this kit that we can make jewellery with, and a lovely few other dimensions there. Let's give you a great price, a bundleicious price on Jewellery Maker, because we source, our buyers are worldwide to bring you the best. $19.95, a fantastic introductory price. I won't lie to you, this was supposed to be $24.95 today, but myself and my little minxie Dee Dee, we actually decided, you know what, let's really go for it for the introductory offer for new buyers. And also say, you know what, thanks regular buyers for watching, because you're the reason we're here, you know, all these years later. You know, on our sister channel, we're just about to celebrate 8 years. So where's that time gone? Goodness me, I know I don't look old enough, but you know, that's how long I've been here. 95, under £20, and it is the price points. You know, it's the quality of the gemstones. It's what we like to be able to give you in the variations as well. Now, when we first started, we did kits, and you didn't have all those extras like the threading and 100 pieces of the silver plated and the memory wire. And don't forget, you've got your 30-day money back guarantee. Anything you buy with Jewellery Maker, 30-day money back guarantee. So at it, and I wouldn't want you to send it back just because that, if you felt uninspired, because I think if you watch the show enough and if you watch the designers enough, you will become inspired. You'll take that leap rather than just looking at it in separate components. You'll start to think, I can do this, and you can do it. Honestly, you can. Even if it starts with something as simple as a stretchy bracelet, even if it starts as simple as, you know, macrame work. We do DVDs as well, macrame and knotting. Look at that cord. If you want to do all those macrame friendship bracelets, which are so hot right now, and every day that I see Jackie just rustles one up on the side. Do you know what I mean? Just thinks, oh, I'll just rustle one up while I'm just, you know, multitasking. You just really can. It's quick. We've got our other DVDs about other techniques. That's $4.95, the macrame and knotting. So, you know, there's plenty of the techniques that, you know, these beautiful components can lend themselves to, but just start with the simple. Start with what's in your Jewellery Maker Get Started. Start what's on your DVD. Start simple with, you know, Hayley's going to take us through the very fundamentals now. It's $19.95, it's brand new today, YIGC04 quart. The stock already been allocated as I'm chatting away, but we are going to experience with Hayley some very lovely starter techniques as well. But sometimes, you know, simple is best, simple is the most effective. And isn't that the way of life in general? Under £20, and as I won't lie, it was supposed to be $24.95, but we've been a little cheeky. Now, how did you find the kit? Because you've taken it in 2 separate directions here, Hayley.
Liked it.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, straight away when you mention amethyst, everybody knows the name amethyst, don't they? So if you're selling your jewellery, as soon as you put a little label on the box to say contains genuine amethyst, people will know straight away. February birthstone, is it?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So planning ahead as well. But it's just such a beautiful colour, and the. You were saying that they're opposite colours. In nature, you will find them together, won't you?
And that's quite often. Pansies, your irises,
that's it, yeah. And I don't know why. Back to food again. It just reminded me of grapes. Oh yes, grapes and grapevines. Yes. So yeah, exactly, again, nature brings these colours together. So it's natural for them to be together in the kit. And you can see a couple of different designs there, using a little bit of wire, using a little bit of the actual bead wire, should I say, rather than the actual memory wire. Just bringing a few of the beads together, a little bit of weaving going on, and yeah, loved it.
Gorgeous. Now we are going to show you how to do this technique on the earrings, so I won't focus too much on those, but you've just attached those individual chalcopyrites on this length of chain, because the chain is such a hot look this winter, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You've seen it everywhere, and it is a case that it's a lovely foundation for you to build on. So whether it's just you're simply taking the beads and popping them onto the eye pins or the head pins and then just looping them onto the chain, you don't need to have an awful lot of technical knowledge to get a fabulous effect with it. And that's the lovely thing about using the gemstones, because they do the work for you.
Just letting them cascade and dangle allows you to see all those lovely gold specks in the chalcopyrite. And you've done a lovely weave technique on both these pieces, the bracelet and the necklace that I'm wearing, and I think we're just going to quickly show you that as well. This is it all ties in.
This is one that I find it very difficult to part with, I have to say, because I do like that a lot. So yeah, it's definitely one that I'd like to recreate. And I've actually used some of the beads in with my challenge as well. So it's a case of that if you are looking at this one, it does work really, really well with the challenge.
And there's another piece. There's another piece, isn't there? because you've used a bit of the memory wire. I mean, this is, I know I'm cheating here because the memory wire is, you've incorporated it in your challenge, but I'm going to be naughty and just show you anyway.
That's it, not quite there yet, but just to give you an idea.
Yeah, just to give you an idea, because it's in the kit, the memory wire. But it just goes, you know, I said about a torque, yeah? It's work in progress, because I'm being naughty now showing you the challenge, but you can see the effect that kind of torque memory wire necklace can create.
Yeah. So it lends itself really well to the challenge, so yes, I should be building on that during the course of the show.
Can't wait. See, I like that.
Isn't that lovely? Fabulous, elegant evening look. Love it.
Hey, love that. Right, so I'm in naughty. My darling.
Yes.
1995, it's going like hotcakes. You're going to show us a very simple technique that I see over and over again. And it just makes, I mean, just look at the beautiful jewellery you've made out for 1995.
Well, and there's so much more left over. Yeah. I mean, I've made just a couple of collections there, but you'll have so many elements that are left over. I was kind of, I can do this, I can do that, I can do the other. Sadly, I ran out of time, but yeah, beautiful set to work with. So what I've done is I've taken some of the beading wire, and my top tip, I've got 2 pieces equal length. Now, top tip, to stop all your beads falling off, because you're that busy concentrating, you don't always notice what's going on the other end. So I tend to just tie
That's all
you sit there, you think, well, I've threaded a lot on and there's not many on the wire, and then suddenly realise they're all over the floor. Right, so because of it being very malleable, you can simply take it and tie a knot in it. So just make sure you've got plenty of length there, because we will cut that off at the end. It just means that you're not going to lose your beads as you're working. And then sometimes what I do is I take a permanent marker pen and I'll mark one of the wires.
Okay.
So when you mark it, you know that's the one that you're going to be using for your larger stones, and then the other one you're going to use for your smaller stones. But that's personal preference. It doesn't really matter if you do or if you don't. And then what I do is on one of the strands, I alternate between a small lavender bead and then the larger amethyst ones.
Can I just move your hands more to this side? I'm so sorry, Hayley.
No,
it's just
not a
the
problem.
graphics.
Is that better there?
That's lovely.
Perfect.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Not a problem. So go. So you thread one, and then you kind of sandwich that amethyst bead with a couple of the little lavender ones. Okay, so you basically create your strand like so. I'm just going to slide those along a bit, and then on the other strand, what you do is you take just the lavender beads and nothing else. So I'll thread a lavender bead on, and then what I do after that is I take the wire, whoops-a-daisy, and thread it through the lavender bead that's on the other strand. And because you've got a nice wide space on there, you can actually take it through. Whoops, a little bit of a kink in the end. Take your pliers if you want to, whoops, where are they? And pull it through.
So you can get that wire through those 4mm twice at least.
That's it, yeah. Pull it through like so. And then what happens is it will tie the two together. So you can see what happens here. And then I would just take another bead, and don't worry about where they're lying at the moment, because you're not actually tying them in place with anything like your crimp beads or anything like that. You can move them around to get the kind of spacing that you want. So then I'd take another lavender bead, working on my second wire, pop that on like so, and then again go through that other lavender wire, other lavender bead should I say, like so. That one's gone through. Now obviously, because they are natural stones, you will find that sometimes they thread through easier than others, but yeah, you shouldn't have a problem with those. And then we go back to the amethyst and then the lavender, and that's all that we're doing with this particular technique. It's just taking it on one strand, alternate amethyst and lavender, and on the other strand just the the lavender, and then weaving it back through the lavender in the top strand.
Join them together, yeah.
So very quickly and easy, it does come together, but it's not a complicated technique.
It's very effective.
But very effective, yeah. And if you wanted to, you could perhaps thread some silver beads on there as well, if you wanted to add a little bit to it.
You've got the balls in there as well.
That's right.
In the kit anyway, the silver-plated copper balls in there as well.
So just take a few more. And don't forget, when you actually get these strands home, the cord that they actually come to you on is a beautiful cord to work with. So don't throw that away, because you'll be able to use that as well for things like bracelets and stuff like that. And you've got 2 fabulous tones with these, so you could actually work those whether you're knotting or whether you're plaiting or whether you're doing macrame work, whatever it is that you want to create with them, they work really, really well, complement each other. So yeah, don't throw those away. No. Keep those.
We waste nothing in this family.
Very much. And then all you do is just keep on going. So that's the way that you kind of create that bracelet and create that necklace.
And very briefly, do you want to just show us how we'd finish one of the ends off with a bolt ring? And
yeah, sure. What I did was I used
I use a crimp, yeah, I use a crimp bead on those. I've not got my crimp beads to hand, but I can sort that out for you. And then just a little crimp bead cover. So I'll just thread through that last one to finish it off. On the bracelet, if I bring the bracelet in, I can show you just how I did it on the, and this is exactly the same as I did with the necklace as well. The last few beads, I just used the lavender beads just to finish it off. And that's quite nice when you've got it sitting on the back of your neck, because sometimes you don't want the larger stones on the nape of your neck, you just want those smaller ones because it's a little bit more comfortable. And then all I did was I fed it through, and then I actually used a crimp bead and then a crimp bead cover on the top of there. So all you need to do with those, which are my crimp beads, got them in here somewhere.
There's the balls.
I've got the covers, I've dropped the crimp bead somewhere. Oh, not to worry, but I thought I had got those out as well. Hold on, maybe they've
gone walkies.
They've gone
you know
walkies.
What it's like.
I'm sure we've got some crimp beads somewhere. I'll have a little look for those in just a second. Pull that through like so. Okay, now
I can find everything, but
it's always
over here, darling. I might have some in mine.
Okay, let's have a quick look. We might have some in here. Got all sorts in here, all sorts of bits and pieces. Not to worry.
We've had a kidnapping. Oh, yeah.
You got some, thank you.
There you are, sweetheart.
That's lovely, thank you very much. Okay, so all you need to do is take one of your little crimp beads, okay? Now you'll feed both of the lengths of the wire through, and you've got a fabulous large hole with these crimp beads, so it is a case that you can feed them through and then back on themselves again. So I would have put several of the lavender beads to start with, but then just feed it through, okay? Then you would take your jump ring and feed that on as well, like so. Take both of the wires again through, okay, just even it up nicely. And then we're going to take those tails of the wire back through again, and as I say, plenty of room there, so you haven't got to worry. And I'm doing this kind of at arm's length so you don't see the top of my head. Draw that through, and then you would tighten that up. Oops, daisy. Pull those through, like so. And then you would take your crimp bead and just basically just crimp it together, like so. Flatten it out, so you make a nice secure finish with that. And then you go back and you get your crimp bead covers.
Now this is where the nice finish, isn't it?
Well, this just finishes it off, and it ties it in nicely. If you have been using the silver balls in your design as well, it does tie it all in now. These are always getting a little bit of a tricky mess with these because they're very friendly. They like to be in couples, these. They don't like to be on their own. So they tend to team up, and sometimes they hook together. But there we go, we've got two there. So they just hold those, and you've got a lovely little kind of open part. It's not a complete circle with these.
It's like a little clam
So you've got just a little opening in there where you can just take your crimp bead, put it in there, and then your cover just gives it and it goes. There you go, and it just secures it.
Perfect.
And then you just take the extra little bits of wire and you take your cutters, and you can get, because you know it's all nice and secure, you can get right in there and trim off the excess. There you go, and you've got a lovely neat finish then.
Wonderful, Hayley. Thank you very much, my darling. Now, Bob back over here because we'll join you again later on for the challenge.
Not a problem, thank you.
But I've got breaking news because we really want to encourage those new jewellery makers today, as well as say thank you to our regulars. So we are going to do another price slash. I don't know what's going on upstairs. Well, I say another, it's not really another, we didn't have a price slash, we had a reduction, didn't we? We're going to reduce again. Shall I say that? Reduce again. Because we should have been at $24.95. Today is the moving warehouse day. So to be honest, if we're starting to launch a kit, they won't be carrying half of it over there if there's half left and half already been allocated. So let's have it all go today. I'm very much of the opinion if it's on air, if you're showing it, if you've had a brilliant demonstration like that from Hayley, because the regulars will already be thinking, I know what I'm going to do with this kit. I know what I can add to this kit, but we are about encouraging new jewel makers every single day. So let's encourage you further. Let's not put you off, because we don't want you to think it's not a risk when you purchase from Jewellery Maker. Spending, whether it's, you know, I always say this on our sister channel, whether it's £1,900 or £19, it's never risk shopping. It's risk-free because you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. So we're not even going to stop at £19.95. It should have been $24.95. We have the introductory offer of $19.95. You've got two of the most beautiful loved gemstones there. As Hayley said, she started her presentation by saying, you know, we all love amethyst, we recognise amethyst, we know the value of amethyst. It's one of the most best loved gemstones, and it's true. It's one of our, for our first-time buyers, it's one of our best sellers. It's always the one that first-time buyers usually go for, because I think we recognise the value of it, don't we? We've grown up with it, we understand it.
We've seen in jewellers' windows. Something that we can all relate to.
I defy anybody not to say they like amethyst. Text me in if you don't. Let me know, because I don't think you exist. 1995. Well, Dee Dee, the little minx. We don't get together very often. She's proving a point today. She's making a sandwich of me. She's going to take it even lower. Oh, and even bigger reductions. That's just ridiculous, Hayley, isn't it? 16.95.
No.
I know.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Just for buying 2 strands on Jewellery Maker. Strands, but we've got the cord, we've got the findings,
everything else,
the memory wire.
And this would be a lovely kit for somebody if it's a case that you are planning ahead for birthdays, Christmas, that kind of thing. Get the DVD as well, maybe toolkit, the whole thing together, and you've got a brand new hobby for somebody, because between Christmas and New Year it tends to be a bit old, doesn't it?
A bit lacklustre, isn't it?
That's it. So just
something
to
look forward to.
That's it. Winter weather, you probably won't be venturing outdoors or going very far.
You've got the bills coming, so you just think, I can't be out spending on those January sales.
Exactly. So yeah, give the gift of a new hobby to somebody. Perfect.
It could be nothing better, could it? Because you're starting a brand new journey. And if you're a regular buyer and thinking, well, I'm going to get this, that my daughter would love this. But the thing is, as well, it's ageless, isn't it?
Oh
Grandma
gosh, yes.
To 4-year-olds to, you know, it doesn't matter.
Everybody will craft. And there's little girls love making jewellery to wear, don't they? And don't forget,
little boys, my little fella.
Does he have to go as well? Oh, good for him. Yeah. And don't forget, jewellery you can recycle as well, so you can create a design, and then there's nothing to stop you after the season is taking them off the strands or off the wire, and then just start again.
Yeah, add it to whatever new colours are in, or whatever design you want to do. So, you know, they're never going to go out of date. I don't know anybody that says, oh, my jewellery's gone out of date. And the thing is about making your own jewellery is it really doesn't, because you just take it apart and start again. And if you are regular purchasing and, you know, you've already been established with your new DVD and you've already got yours, just let the customer service centre know when you ring the free phone number at the bottom of the screen that actually you want the free DVD because it's a gift idea, another edition of the hub, and our Get Started booklet. And, you know, all that then remains is then to perhaps watch the show, see the actual you know, guest designers enabling you further. Give it a go, because that's all we want to encourage. 8 till 9 in the morning, don't forget those step-by-step techniques. We've got tutorials on our website, www.jewellerymaker.com. It's actually a price reduction, don't forget, because it's not been on air before. This is brand new. We've decided in the live show, do you know what? 50% of the stock's been allocated. We're moving warehouse today. They don't want to be carrying over half the stock. We want it all to go today. Rather than move it to the other warehouse, let's get it out. Let's get it to you. Let's take it down. Let's reduce it on the live show again, because it's the brand new kit. First new kit of the day. Look what we're doing. I can't even remember the last time I had a kit for $16.95, unless it was in the evening and you were doing something like a price slash. But this is actually a reduction on a brand new kit, the Passion Flower kit. And don't forget, you've got that amethyst, 240 carats, another 40 carats of the lavender amethyst. You've got that chalcopyrite, which we rarely ever see. And I've got some beautiful juicy bits still to come. For instance, let me introduce this gorgeous strand. How good does that look with the kit? Don't forget that high-end strand of the red garnet. I know. Doesn't that work? Doesn't that look a bit fancy? Oh, gorgini! And we've just, you know, essentially, if we looked at what we were going to launch at, you know, you could argue, well, that's £8 lower fee than what you were going to launch at, and it is. That's a good £8 towards a new kit, or even just there from 19 to 95, £3. Or I've got some beautiful green pearls as well. We were talking about pearls with your amethyst, green pearls with your chalcopyrite. Just that 3-strand pack can take this whole new kit in a totally different direction, can't it? I mean, just look at those two. That's like 2 separate kits there, Hayley. The idea of the lovely white minky pearls.
Well, by adding to it, you're obviously maximising the kit, and you've got so many more elements, many more choices. So whether you are going down the modern route or whether you are going down a classic look, then you've got all that there. Beautiful. Those 2 strands together look beautiful.
Don't they just? That's a 3-strand pack I've got later on for you. It's
nice.
a bit of a naughty price slash, that one. A bit of a cheeky one. So don't forget, given the money we've just taken off this kit, that's a whopping £3 towards your pearls. That's what I'm trying to say. What's that, Dee Dee? Shall we do the pearls before we go to the Wall of Fame? Let's do it, because myself and Hayley love this with this kit, because basically we've just taken money off that kit for you on the live show, which is now $16.95. Don't worry if you came in and you paid $19.95, it will be adjusted on your card, because your card is not charged until all the goods are ready to be shipped to you. So the £3, in fact, in my mind's eye, was supposed to be launched at 24, so actually the £8, wasn't it? So or £7, so we can put that to good use now with our 3 strands of pearls. It doesn't just have to stop with the kit, new jewellery makers. You can add, as Hayley said, and get those components going even further. Think of the jewellery you can make with another 3 strands, so let's do it. Genuine pearls. We give them the metallic coating as well, just give them that fun edge and that diversity, but they are genuine, real pearls, okay? And I love the freshness of these colours. There's a real festiveness to these colours. And wouldn't this look gorgeous with, ooh, and hello, all the richest garnets in town. You ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah, still to come. Somebody said a whisper about highlight as well. I hope it's true. I like the highlight. Look at those pearls, they're beautiful. That's coming up later, that little cheeky band. We've got the traditional ice white bridal pearls, potato pearls, irregular in shape, but still the naturalistic calcium carbonate, creating those layers, those Nasa layers. Isn't that fantastic? Beautiful. And then pistachio green. Or what's that colour? That's chartreuse. That's the winter colour that's really in. They call it chartreuse, like the alcoholic drink. We've got to use the posh word, Hayley. I go pistachio, we've got to go chartreuse. And then it's like a lovely, it's like a really crisp, fresh, minty, almost, well, less spearminty, more minty green. It's just so fresh and lovely. 3 beautiful baroque referring to the wibbly wobbliness, but I don't mind that. That just tells me these are real pearls. These are plastic, and they range from 6 to 7 millimeters. Now look at them together. They look gorgeous. Look at the reflective light of gold, of green, of the white. I mean, the pearlescence is so prevalent, so prominent, so proud. You can't miss it, and that's what you're getting from your real pearls. And they look so nice with that first kit, if you don't mind me saying so. So add to that order. 1p for the day, don't forget. Shall we give you a fantastic, they're brand new today. Cheekiness. We're going to give you a smashing price. Yeah, cheekiness all around today. It's a free phone number, don't forget. So when you're ringing up, it's not costing you another postage and packaging price. It's not costing you £pounds per minute. 3 beautiful strands of the pearls. I know, I just like layering them. You know, those little stretchies. That's what it is. I'm a simple child. Just make stretchies. Just how nice is that? You've got a black sort of plain outfit on or a white blouse, and just make some little stretchies. How good and how gorgeous and fabulous for a night out. Yeah. You know, if we were to buy these separately on our, you know, we'd be closer to £20. Yeah, £20 for you know, £10 a strand. Well, sorry, or even £8 a strand. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But we bundle it together for $9.99. Cost as well. Our regulars already know that because we always say it. But of course, with Jewellery Maker, real gemstones. I love that. I mean, there's those greens as well. Dare I say it? Could take you into the festive season. And when we think about how long they take to grow, I mean, we're showing you 3 beautiful strands, but not all the oysters and the clams. There's about roughly just about 220, 240 of them that actually are in that family in terms of that mollusk family, and only a fraction of them actually make pearls, and then only a fraction of that fraction turn out absolutely perfect, which is why you pay a premium price for the most spherically round. But they take years because you've got that little nucleated shell or that little nucleated bit of pearl placed in the soft mantle tissue of that wee clam, and then he's layering it because it's a foreign body within his house, as it were. He's layering it with this calcium carbonate. Accumulate, they have to grow. That pearl can take anything from 3 to 4 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10, you know, depending on how long it takes to grow, basically. So they're real organic beauties, and all we've given on those coloured strands is the metallic coat there. $9.95. You got your brand new first kit of the day for $16.95. Add those two together, and basically that is the price point of how much the kit was supposed to be to begin with. I don't think anything could be more beautiful than that very unique strand of the chalcopyrite with those beautiful green pearls, and then the traditional amethyst, very bridal. You know, that's set now for 20, what did we say, 10 and 16, 20, I can't do the maths, 26.90? £26.90, and you've got 6 strands plus all your findings and your memory wire and your cord. And chalcopyrite, where do we see chalcopyrite? We rarely have it on the show, do we? Beautiful. I think you've got to get that if you've got the kit, don't you, Hayley, now that we've taken even more money off.
And I do love all those different shades of pearls as well.
They're beautiful.
Beautiful. And very forgiving tones, aren't they?
They're very gentle on the complexion, yeah, very much so. Very much so, because as we move into winter, I was talking to Nick Davis in the dressing room, he's going, oh, I'm so pale, I'm putting on my makeup, I'm so pale, he's going, talks like that, you know. And I said, no, you're not, you've just come back from holiday. I'm the snowman round here. But, you know, you do get paler as you move into winter. The harsher weather is a bit harsher on the old complexion. We've got to, you know, soften things up a little bit, be a bit more fair to, you know, ourselves. And
also if you've got lots of kind of sage greens in your wardrobe as well.
Yes,
natural tones, taupes, that kind of.
We have our winter weddings, we have our winter occasions, our well, you know, I'm not going to many balls these days, but you know, Christmas dinners,
New Year's and all that. Yeah,
we like to dress up, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily an occasion too. We just put on our jewellery to feel glamorous.
Exactly, and it does completely change the way that you feel. So sometimes I think the jewellery that you're wearing and the accessories that you're wearing can change your feeling more so than the actual clothes.
Exactly. You can have a bad hair day, but your jewellery always make you feel beautiful.
Exactly.
So £9.95. We've had a lovely text in from my friend Jennifer in Bristol. Hello, Jennifer. Keep your texts coming in 60777. Especially, you know, if you want to ask Hayley anything about jewellery making, or you've got a conundrum, or you just want to say hi. And Jennifer from Bristol, she says, hi, girls. Oh, she says, Fee, I think we may be in for some laughter and beautiful gems with you for the next few days. Heaven from your #1 fan, Jennifer in Bristol. Isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? I don't pay her anything. She just texts in, honestly. Thank you very much. Yes, you've got me Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow is the Gold Rush show as well. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have quizzes. We're going to be talking about gold. We're going to be giving away prizes. And I'm sandwiched with the DD, the minx on Sunday as well. Let's now look at some of your designs, because you're the most creative of all. And I love looking at your designs on the Wall of Fame. So I'm going to join Hayley and we'll look at the Wall of Fame. This is where you can enter in and literally £100 worth of credit or £50 worth of credit to spend with us here at Jewellery Maker. And every Wednesday we have a prize draw. All you've got to do is send in your entries, which we'll show you on one of the interludes in between the show about how to enter. So I'll go join Hayley and we'll have a little look. Lovely autumnal colours there, lovely pearls, beautiful. Now, who have you got? 479 is the first one there.
Okay, 479. This would be perfect with the outfit I've got on today, wouldn't it? Just the right colours. Yeah. Love this one. And this has come in from Sherelle, I think you pronounce that, in Norfolk. So, yeah, fabulous set that we've got here. So here is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame, made from red agate, carnelian and taupe silver findings. I love the autumnal colours, and apparently so did my mum, as she claimed it as her own within hours of me making it. That's always a sign that you've got a nice collection together, isn't it? When somebody comes and takes it from you. Hope everyone is well, and I really enjoy watching the shows. Lots of love from Sherelle.
Oh, well, we love your design, and good luck for Wednesday's prize draw, your number 479. Now, I've got 481. Ooh, delicious. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
Fantastic. Love that wire work. Beautiful design. This is from Kim in Falkirk. And she says, I'm just recovering from a slight technical hitch this morning. And thank you for bringing us the show. And she's tried some wire work, some ribbon weaving. She says, I'm using Jewellery Maker gems and findings. She says, they're fab to work with. I won't use anything else now. And she made the necklace and earring set to match an outfit for a school reunion happening tomorrow. Probably the first time I've seen some of the people in 30 years. Oh, Kim, that's so scary, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Scary but exciting.
It is, yes, and it's knowing if you can recognise people as well.
That's the danger, isn't it? That is the danger. And she says, anyway, it's made with 8mm plated and 4mm plated wire and onyx and tiger's eye. And she says, I hope you like my jewellery, and I'm lucky with the drawer. I'm totally addicted to jewellery making. Can't wait to get started on more. And that's Kim in Falkirk. Well, clearly you need to get going because Kim, that is absolutely amazing. Good luck with the reunion tomorrow night. You're number 4, excuse me, or it could be tonight if you sent it yesterday. You're number 481. Beautiful.
And I've got number 480 here, and this has come from Jane in Plymouth, and this is beautiful. Lots of monochromatic looks on here, but I just love the fact that she's used the wire work again with it.
Yes, yeah.
And so Jane says, hi everyone, here is my latest creation. It incorporates silver plate wire, chain and toggle clasp, sterling silver shepherd hooks, along with black agate, snowflake plain rounds, cream shell puffy hearts, clear quartz faceted rounds, clear quartz carved leaves, and black drucy, all from Jewellery Maker, of course. And that's a nice thing because you can get everything that you need, can't you?
Exactly.
Just in one go. I love watching the shows, and the presenters and guest designers are all fantastic. And I love the banter between you. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Fingers crossed that I will be a winner this week, as my bank balance is looking a little bit sorry for itself. And it'd be fantastic to know that I had some credit on my JM account. Looking forward to receiving my next delivery of beautiful gems and eagerly awaiting delivery of the wire jig, which is perfect if you're doing your wire work, isn't it?
Yes.
So as I can experiment. Love to you all, from Jane.
Ah, yeah, we love your designs. And now we were just talking pearls and how you can keep it very simple.
This is so
just
elegant.
Beautiful. The epitome of elegance. 482, and it's Sarah in Kent. And it's a pearl bracelet and earrings, and she made it. You see, we were talking occasions, weren't we? We've got a school reunion, it doesn't have to be festive. This is a Sunday lunch outing.
This is just something a little bit special, isn't it? Yeah.
She said, I made it for a Sunday lunch outing on a Pullman train for my husband's 40th back in June. And that's Sarah in Kent, 482. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What a lovely way to spend the afternoon. Fantastic. Now, we've got more to read out later. Good luck with that prize draw on Wednesday. What I've got is breaking news from the fairies upstairs. The goodie fairy has been and delivered a brand new strand of hematite. We've not even seen it.
Ooh.
We've not even seen it. So I'm going to launch that on the back of this slight interlude. We're going to show you how you can enter into the Wall of Fame to win either £100 worth of credit or £50 worth of credit to actually spend with Jewellery Maker. It happens every Wednesday.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making.
Add to your collection with our Beading Projects Edition 2 DVD, full of handy hints and tips for all levels. Join our guest designer Linda as she takes you through her step-by-step instructions for 6 different projects, where you will learn a variety of skills and techniques. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655.
The team here at Jewellery Maker in Jaipur are constantly pushing the boundaries, and as I'm sure you can see just by looking at these 10 strands here, really exciting brand new cuts, brand new shapes and sizes that'll be on your screens in just a few weeks.
Join guest designer Laura Binding on our intermediate wirework course. The aim of the course is to enhance your wirework skills and take to the level. You will learn more advanced weaving and binding techniques, which you can incorporate into your jewellery. The full course includes a selection of gauges of wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, a copy of the Wirework Tutorial DVD Edition 3, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and chance to meet the presenters, and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just £79.95. To book your place, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Hi, welcome back. Yes, 2nd of October is the wire work for beginners. So that'll be the next course here. And then the 3rd, we've got silver clay. So that is next Tuesday. Yeah, indeed. So if you want to ring up the course centre, there may still be availability on the course. But we've got more listed in our Hub magazine, which we send you for free with any purchases that you make. So the whole list of courses there, but the 2nd and the 3rd are wire work for beginners and then silver clay. Got a bit of wire work tomorrow with Rachel, haven't we? Right, now. Very sneaky, Jack. Just have a little sneaky look at this highlight coming up. Oh, naughtiness. Naughtiness. The water sapphire. Ooh. Yep, I said nothing. Then we've got the hematite about to happen, but I want to do a brand new bundle that's just arrived, if you'll forgive me, just because I can't resist and it's here. So I'll go right then, darling. So I'm going to do my Bundleicious bundle because it's oozing gorgeousness. Hey! Everything's just spilling off. Look at this. I love this chain. Look how gorgini, that fantastic linked... well, it's not the polyester, is it? It's the aluminium, yes. Isn't that beautiful? Look how great. That's just so funky. Do you know what I just like? If you just have a big carabiner and you get it around the neck, and then, you know, you don't have to use it all because it's a really long meter of the aluminium curb chain, silver textured aluminium curb chain. And if you just have a big carabiner and then just a little bit of a drop there, like that. I love that. Just gorgeous. Do with it. It looks so fresh and fantastic against your clothing. It just looks great in designs for brooches, and the feel of it is really light. They're already cut, as it were, as well, so really easy to use, really strong to use, and there's a good meter length of that there. It is a meter, isn't it, darling? Yeah, beautiful. So this is part of the bundle. So that's just stage 1. Then we've got these really pretty printed organza bags. Now, again, great for every occasion. You've got butterflies, you've got love hearts for weddings, you've got stars for birthdays, roses for anniversaries. You've got everything there as well. 10 of those different coloured printed organza bags. Pack of 10 by 11 millimeters. So that's your packaging, which I know is very handy for your gift giving ideas as well as you're selling your jewellery. And then we have one of these beautiful, I love giving things in these pretty candy boxes because they're so sweet. This is one of our little ribbon embossed boxes which we give you as well. A pink jewellery gift box, 9 by 6 by 3 centimetres. Then you've noticed them all spilling out. It's our beautiful saucer beads, our beautiful brushed copper silver saucer beads. Now these are our brushed copper beads, 10 by 6 millimeters, 12 silver plated brushed copper beads. So the little saucer shapes. Then we've actually got 10 of the spiral tubes, 10 of these in the pack. And these are great. They're such a fantastic dynamic for separating pieces, creating undular movement. See, yeah, you just put your beading wire through them and that's it. They just add an even greater spacage between gemstones and movement in your piece. And you get 10 of those, and they are sterling silver. So those are solid sterling silver, 925 sterling silver. You get 10 of those. So that's another finding. Then you also get 10 of the actual bolt ring clasps. 925 sterling silver, 5mm jump ring and lock clasp, 3mm jump rings and 5mm jump rings, 10 of those, so 10 pairs. So you've got the jump ring and the actual bolt ring clasp there, so you get 10 pairs of those. Then, oh, gorgini, look at these big jump rings as well, like we said, for the extension, for linking onto large chain, for creating a bit of length, for creating chain mail. These are your sterling silver jump rings. These are 7mm, and you get 50 of those. Hey, isn't that great? Lovely sterling silver, 50 of those, and they're 7mm. Then you also get, it's never ending this, is it? There's loads. Our crimps, and these are big crimps, sterling silver crimps, and these are 2 by 2mm, and you get a pack of 50 of those. Yeah, and can you see how thick they are? 2mm there across, so we can go back and forth not just with I'm pretty sure, you know that lavender cord we had in the first kit, I'm pretty sure the lavender cord would go through that. And your beading thread, your beading wire will go through there several times as well. So you get 50 of those, they're sterling silver. And then, oh, hello. Oh, Gorgini. Look at this length of chain. Fantastic. 1 meter, silver plated, copper ball chain. Now that is just so fantastic for your necklaces, for your bracelets. Look how pretty that is with those balls. And it's a of the silver plated copper ball chain, a whole meter, which is loads. So you've got that aluminium large loop chain, and you've got your ball chain as well. And you've got your silver tubes, wiggly wobbly tubes. You've got your silver 7mm jump rings, 50 of those, 50 large crimps, 10 pairs of 5mm lock bolt ring clasp with 3mm jump rings, and then those 12 silver plated saucers, brushed copper silver plated saucers. Then you've got your little pink organza presentation box and your 10 organza bags. It's silver-tastic, isn't it? I mean, that reminds me of, you know, have you ever decorated the trees with those plastic, you know, the festive season, they have the plastic stuff. But these aren't plastic, this is silver plate. Yeah, well, that's a pretty expensive tree if you put the silver on your tree. Hoi polloi, you want to go around your house. Yeah, it's lovely. It looks so gorgeous on. Fantastic. So, it's a big bundle now. Dee Dee, you were telling me, darling, but I didn't quite catch. Huge saving. What if we were to buy them separately, my darling? It's massive. You're talking well into like 30, 35 pounds minimum to buy all these separate entities for your jewellery making. But you don't have to separate them. We've bundled it together. Bundling things together, you know, it gives you a way to experiment with other components, you know, like the ball chain, like the silver aluminium chain, which right now has been going like hotcakes. We were asking Cherry there the other week, you know, what's selling well? What is she buying a lot of? And that lovely aluminium twist chain, because you see it in the designs in the shops, don't you? And we never, it's like, Hayley was saying earlier, you know, your jump rings, your bolt ring clasps, your crimp bead covers. There's always a time when you just need a few more of them. So you're building up your pantry, as she says, you know, you're increasing what's in your pantry ready to go. And these look so fresh and so nice in your designs. I love these brush saucers. They look so gorgeous, don't they? So stylish. Got a great price point for you. A bundleicious price point. Wow, wow, wee wow, $21.95. Goodness me. Have you, Claire Bear, have you got that list that people can see exactly what they're getting? Yeah, should we just show it? Because there's an awful lot. I mean, I've gone through it, but let's just remind ourselves. Look at everything you're getting. 50 of the 7mm jump rings. They're sterling silver. 10 of the bolt ring lock clasp with your 3mm jump rings. Another 50 of the sterling silver 2mm crimp beads. A meter of that lovely large open loop aluminium curb chain. Another 12 of the sterling silver plated brushed copper saucer beads. Another 10 of the sterling silver spiral tubes. 10 of those pretty printed organza bags. A pink jewellery ribbon gift box. And then a meter of the silver plated copper ball chain. And it's all $21.95. It's amazeballs. We just need to be dialing 0800 644 655. Please don't miss out. Proceed straight to checkout on the web, because this is proving very, very popular. And the code is WHGC72. WHGC72. And if you introduce some gorgininess, you know, with your silver, I mean, those pearls you had. I mean, look at the silver and the pearls. I mean, you can actually weave. You know that aluminium chain? It's you can actually weave through the chain with your gemstone strands. It's just, yeah, you can just do so much with it and work around it. You know, you can use components of it to just create an asymmetric necklace. You can actually, that with your silver balls, I mean, it's just delightful, isn't it? Look, even just twisting, plaiting, yeah, you don't even have to separate. It looks so expensive, doesn't it? And so it should, because it's pearls and silver. Layering, that's the other thing Cherry's on about. Bib, she says, you know, in terms of layering, but different textures. So, for instance, there is still some stock left of those pearls. You know, so you're creating the different look of the layers. So you've got textured chain, small chain, and then genuine pearls. That is fab, 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 isn't it? That's so modern and fresh. Do you think, Hayley?
Yeah, you don't need an awful lot of the actual gems because the chain is such a dynamic piece of that, isn't
You
it?
could just have, for instance, those 3 lengths there, and then something like your beading wire up around the side, or smaller chain from that first kit earlier.
But you know what I'd use that one,
Ribbon?
the chain for?
Go on.
A belt.
Ooh, I'm too fat at the moment. But
Not
yes,
at all.
exactly.
You could take it as a belt, and then it's a case of that if you want to leave your ribbon through there. So it's a
Ribbon
case of
through
that
it.
if you've got I don't know, a purple garment on, purple dress, then you could weave through a purple organza ribbon. You get so much ribbon in the different kits that you get with this. Then save some of it, and then each time you're wearing it, change the colour of the ribbon depending on the outfit that you're wearing.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And I just always remember that lovely Kate Winslet. She had like a leather biker jacket on, she was looking all funky. She just sort of had it was just like this, and then a big carabiner, and it was just like a little bit of a length of chain, and that was it. That was the necklace, and heaven knows it probably cost 50 million trillion,
I dread to think.
20,000 billion pounds.
She would have been better off watching Jewellery Maker.
Exactly, and making it herself. It's probably just loaned by some fashionista for the photo shoot, but I just really liked it. I just thought, how funky is that look? Gorgeous. So there are some of those pearls left. Remember, it's a bundle. It's only on offer till 9 AM tomorrow while stocks last. And the majority of what you're seeing is genuine silver there. Don't forget, they're genuine sterling silver jump rings, genuine sterling silver bolt rings with the smaller jump ring sets. You've got the crimp beads, which are silver. You've got the actual spiral tubes, which are silver. Then the 2 chains are silver plated on the copper ball chain, and the look of the silver textured aluminium oval curve chain. Plus your 10 organza bags, your box, and your copper brushed saucers there, yeah. They're all sterling silver plated as well. There's 12 of those. So even if we just divide it up per price point, you know, what we could be paying individually. It does half go a long way, that. 20, yeah, great. I mean, it's the most highly reflective of all your noble precious metals, but just beautiful. I just think it's a great bun. It's a great stash to have, isn't it?
I love the bags. When you said printed organza bags, I suddenly went,
I know. We don't often have them, do we?
I've not seen those. No, beautiful.
Oh,
no.
Let's have a look.
Oh,
They've got all different designs. The roses, pretty butterflies. Butterflies. They're so nice when you're giving the gift.
And it's nice to team up the bag to kind of echo the design. So the red and gold one, if you've got something that's kind of like an oriental theme, then that would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Pearls for the bride there. It's like confetti, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Just gorgeous. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So that is it's called a long way, because basically it's a bundle that goes a long way, and we've taken a lot off that price point by bundling it together for $21.95. Shall we launch the hematite? Yay! Actually, I'm looking at that next kit, vintage kit, because I know you've got a bit of gold in there as well as silver ribbon findings, and I'm thinking that will look so good with our next kit, the vintage kit, the blues. Let's just have a cheeky peek. Should we have a cheeky, sneaky peek? Or do you know what? Your challenge today. The hematite will look nice in that new kit as well.
Yeah.
Your challenge with your banded blue agate and that blue and silver. I just can't resist it. I'm a bit bonkers for it. Just a bit bonkers for it. Right, let's move all this over. And because there's so much there, heaven help Jack trying to collect all that up again. Let's launch the hematite. Oh, hematite with silver. Life just doesn't get any better, quite frankly. Let's just grab a bit of this gorgeousness and get it all going on. You know, we were just talking there about textures and layers and keeping it fresh, keeping it exciting. Oh, what party are we going to? Maybe we're having our Sunday lunch on the Pullman. Maybe we're going to that reunion. Maybe we're just having a nice cream tea. Maybe we're taking our mummy out for dinner tomorrow. Cocktails. Maybe we're just sitting looking glamorous at home. Exactly. Got me dingly danglies for a bit of Aliona's got sprained ankles, so poor Bobby Ball's got
oh dear.
Johnny Ball, isn't it?
Johnny Ball, yeah.
Yeah, he's got no partner.
Oh dear.
News.
I find it amazing. He looks the same age now as he did when I used to watch him on the telly.
Doesn't he? Doesn't he? It's true. I think he's fabulous.
Isn't he?
Any person that makes maths interesting, it's got to be fabulous, isn't it?
It's true.
Such a nice way about him. Yeah. So let's launch the hematite. What? The hematite's part of a bundleicious bundle? So do we know where the rest of the bundle is, my darling? It's here. Okay, don't you worry. We can still bring you the hematite. But you know what? It's going to get even better today because we're going to bring you more. There we go. Now, do you know what looks lovely with it as well? Do you remember the rutilated quartz from this morning? The early bird. I know. Hello. Hello, gorgeous. Ooh, life just got even better. Because it's not just the hematite from the Goody Fairy. Now these are big, big cubes. They're 5mm cubes. And there's such a lovely reflection of light and slinky minkiness of this gem. But it comes as a part of a juicy little threesome. And what an exciting threesome it is. I absolutely adore, adore, adore. I don't know if Hayley's seen it before, this cut. They're just amazing. I'll show you afterwards, Hayley, because I know it's hard to see. But they're like a spinning top, yeah. And on the spinning top, though, is shades of light and dark, because there's a polished and then a buff satin. So you get the dark and the satin, dark and the satin, dark and the satin. Yeah, like a circus top. That's it. It looks like a circus top, yeah. It's that beautiful. Look at those. I don't know if we can catch that a bit better for everybody at home. Can you see it? Yeah, isn't that gorgeous? They are so beautiful, and they're drilled from the side, and I mean, look at that workmanship to get that kind of faceting between satin and shine, satin and shine. Ooh, absolutely juicy, juicy goodness, beautifulness, love, unusual cut, unusual lovely luster there, and it's gonna get even better because we've got black agate in there as well with the macro crystalline quartz. So you're actually seeing this gem forming to the crypto from the macro. Look at these blues. You said you were a blue girl, Hayley? Oh, yeah. Nothing to be blue about here. Look at those. Oh, look at that richness. Again, I'm thinking of our second vintage kit. I'm thinking of your challenge today. That's from our second kit. Oh. What's that, my darling? Yes, we've got here, you see, as well, to make our jewellery for our gorgeous fellas out there as well, because hematite lends itself strength of the earth, the blood of the earth to the fellas' jewellery as well, and those beautiful spinning top, sort of circus top shapes. But then again, we can have real luxury as well for the girls. Those beautiful pearls, we love these shapes, we love these colours. Look at this, if you look at the of what we call your macro, your quartz, before it becomes sedimentary and cryptoed. Tinier crystals where you actually can't see them, so it all looks opaque. And that's what you get every, isn't that beautiful, that individual gem itself? Wouldn't that be nice as your centerpiece on a macrame, a friendship bangle? And then just knotting around the side then, because as Hayley said earlier, you've got that temporary string strand there, haven't you, the cord? Or a wire wrapping there. What would you do with those, Hayley? Because they're gorgeous, aren't they?
I've been thinking selling my jewellery, I'd be using those as pendants.
Pendants. Yes, maximise. Actually, you've got that lovely necklace. Pop on that lovely necklace you came on with this morning. I know you took it off because you're very professional and you're not advertising your own wares. But this, I'm thinking, in terms of just work. Individually, just is that like a cord, my darling?
It is. It's just a simple cord, and each of the pieces, each of the beads is just knotted.
So you just do the same with this.
That's it. Yeah.
And that is your entire.
So you're not actually using any of your findings.
No. And that's so funky, that looks so lovely.
It's just plain and simple, and it's just nice, because at the same time, with this particular one, the beads are doing the work, and with the stones on that one, perfect.
Over a big, you know, because we get into those wool knits, those chunkier knits, we need the chunkier gemstones.
Something nice to go over a polar neck jumper, because you've got kind of a large chunky neckline with something like a polar neck sweater. Yes. You need something to kind of balance that out, so the larger pieces are perfect. Using it with the chain.
And we need our chunky chain, quite frankly. That's what we need. That's why we've got to get that lovely, fantastic Goes a Long Way bundle. And then this fantastic, brand new 3-strand pattern. I mean, look at the gorgininess. Oh, life doesn't doesn't get any better. How could you not feel the creative juices flow through your very veins?
And you've got the organza ribbon in the vintage set that you could weave through the...
Yeah, so we've got all those lovely textures, all those lovely shapes, those gems, those links, those, oh, cool, I'm feeling the love. Can't wait to see your wall of fames with this little bundleicious lot. So please don't miss out. Make sure you've got the long way fantastic savings there in that silver bundle pack. And this brand new, I mean, I love the shapes. I love the gemstones, which you know I'm besotted with anyway. But I'm loving the cubic hematite. I'm loving the little spinning top texture of those beautiful, beautiful agates. And then, because I'm fascinated by how gems form, you know, to see this crystal structure, this beautiful dynamic banding, these wonderful long, they're like a big fat cigar shape or a zeppelin. They look like giant zeppelins.
I'm back
Don't
to
they?
food
It's a
again.
zeppelin sausage shape.
I'm sorry, I'm
chipolatas.
No,
they're chipolata shapes.
No, I'm thinking licorice torpedoes.
Is there such a thing as a licorice torpedo?
Yeah, those long licorice.
Really?
Yeah, they've got like a hard... I shall bring some in next time.
I don't eat licorice. You know who's the licorice monster? Hannah upstairs.
Oh, right.
She's got a thing for that. I love the look of it and the idea of it. Can't stand the taste of it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a bit of licorice.
But then I'll eat a blackjack. I love a blackjack. I know other sweeties like Mojos and Pear Drops are available, but yeah, I don't know what it is. But I love this beautiful 3-strand pack. GWGC38. We need to make sure we're dialing right now. Make sure you don't miss out because there's lots of people already on the line, lots of people already pantsing on the website. Yeah, look at that. Works out at £6 a strand, $17.95. And that beautiful, if you just saw a moment ago, you saw Carol behind the scenes in Jaipur in India, which is known as a mecca for gem cutting. That beautiful hematite was cut in Jaipur in India, and they've passed down their experience of bringing out the beauty and unlocking the beauty of gems from generation to generation. Families were set up many, many years ago, hundreds of years ago, centuries ago in fact. They passed on this wonderful gem cutting skill, which is why a lot of gems now predominantly are not faceted in Thailand anymore, but in Jaipur in India. So where the infamous Emerald City exists. So gorgeous. Half the stock's gone. They're going like hotcakes. We need to be dialing. Let's try these on. Whether you see torpedoes or zeppelins or chipolatas, we need to see the jewellery. We need to be thinking, oh, what are we making together? Heaven is what we're making. They're gorgeous. If you're a denim girl like myself and Hayley, or even just, you know, I've got the black on today. What? Oh my word, only 18 left. Oh, we need to be dialing. Goodness, sorry, Hayley, you're not going to get a look in today, my darling. Sorry, sweet pea.
I'm always in the wrong place.
You're always in the wrong. I know. Me too. Me too. Gorgeous though, and make sure, promise me, you'll get the new look silver bundle. Because that you've just got to, haven't you? We're all a bit obsessed today. We're all saying you've just got to have both. I'm just thinking that is the festive, that is just, if you're making your jewellery to sell, it's going to go. If I see that in something made, I'm going to buy that straight away because that is just gorgeousness ready to erupt. Just beautiful. I just know you, whatever you make, even if you're just trial and error, even if you're just haphazardly putting it all together, it's going to be fan-dabby double dozy. And you've got the findings as well. And you know how Hayley said, oh, put it in a nice bag that sort of represents the colours that you're working with. Oh, there you go, you've got one there. You've got the bags in there as well. Yeah, oh yeah, you've got the bags there, so you know whatever we're making is going to look fabulous. Yeah. Alrighty, let's have more gorgeousness in our lives because we need it. Okie dokes, that was a fantastic bundle. I don't, but what I do have is that gorgeous garnet coming up and that. Oh, where's the eye light gone? So I thought somebody stole the eye light. Can I just show you the eye light again? Because that would look so fantastic with what we've just shown you. You know, in terms of those blues, and this is such a beautiful, it's called a water sapphire, and actually a lot of this beautiful gemstone comes from the state of Orissa in India, that powerhouse. So not only are we in the mecca for cutting the gems, but we're in a major area for the sourcing of this beautiful violet blue gemstone. And when you separate them, you really get a great indication of the fantastic colour and tonality. A heavily pleochroic gem, so we do see those silvers, so that does tend to lend itself to silver because you see silvery greys in there. So that with my garnet are two very important strands. I'll launch one. Should we launch one at about midday and one just after 11? Just after 11 we'll go for the garnet, just after 12 we'll go for the highlight so that you don't miss out. Now darling, what's next? They're the lovely green and black. Let's do it. I showed you it earlier and we were just talking chunkiness and we were just talking, you know, about the wool knits and do you remember I put this with the pearls, I put this with the chalcopyrite in the first new kit that we took down to, if you missed it, $16.95. Ridiculous. Never seen such nonsense in all my born days. Do you remember these were the pearls? Gorgini. Oh, those lovely green tones. There's a gorgeous man. Thank you. And the blue, I mean, I'm obsessed with the green and the purple from the first kit. We've got the blue in our vintage kit. I mean, if you're just keeping those tones together, mix up these greens, I mean, because I am obsessed with the reds of garnet, and life just doesn't get any better. That garnet coming up at 11 o'clock. It looks very dark here at the moment because they're all clustered together, but you see such vivid, vibrant reds. Real, again, back to your wine reds, and that with these, just beautiful. Beautiful. I love red garnets with white pearls for some reason. I don't know what it is. Sort of, I don't know why I do this, because I know the answer even before I look for a torch. I don't know why I bother. I should just have one permanently around my neck. I've got one. I know. I should just, I'm silly, aren't I? I've got several torches in the dressing room. Do I ever think of taking them from the dressing room into the studio? No, I do not, Hayley.
Let's get you one of those miners helmets.
Yes!
And you won't forget it.
Genius! Just sit me here with a miner's helmet or one of those reading lights so it could come off my head.
There you go. Perfect.
And I could just like put it under my nose and then just shine a light. Alrighty, this is brand new today, the black agate and the green quartz puffy ovals. 24 by 18 millimeters. Ooh, I say. Now then. That beautiful black strand that you just got. I'm just going to turn you up there, Dee Dee. Lost you there for a second. I think I've got a dodgy connection today, beautiful. That's all right, she's back with me again. There we go. See, with the blacks. Oh, well done if you got that bundle. These are beautiful. We waited a long time for these, Dee, haven't we? We waited a long time for them. We did have, you know, I'm going back over a year ago. We did used to perhaps see them regularly, you know, week after week, but I haven't seen them with these for ages. They are absolutely beautiful. It is like having druzy in your agate because you get that, what I call the larger crystals, the macrocrystalline, the larger crystals of the quartz, and you get the light behind it. They almost glisten. It's not quite translating on the camera. Yeah, you get a bit of it there, but I'm getting a lot more in the flesh. And of course, that's what your 30-day money-back guarantee is all about. And then basically, as the crystals become more compacted, you're moving into the agate side. A variation of the chalcedony, and your chalcedony is there, and that's when they become micro, smaller, so small that the eye can't see the crystal structure, and that's when you get those beautiful blacks, opaqueness, and that's why you get such, I mean, this one, look at that one, that's, oh, beautiful, isn't it? Oh, hello. Just shows the individuality of these genuine gemstones and their charm and their beauty, and you know, as you know, use that thread and use your links and use your chain, and you know, use them sparingly, use them as pendants. You know, Hayley said I'd have them as pendants, and then you can create from each one a little bit of tasselage. Roughly on this strand, you know, if you've got such a meaty strand as this, 6, 12, 15 on average, 15. So as Hayley quite rightly said, that's 15 pendants, Fee. 15 pendants, she says.
Fabulous value, that one.
Do you know what? This would look so good with your vintage kit because I've got this gorgeous tiger's eye. Look at those. Because they're like a well, they're like a brownie green, aren't they? Those tiger's eyes. Olivey green. They look, and they've got a different story to tell in that next kit. And with it as well in your kit, Hayley knows, you've got the smoky quartz. Now look at those three together. Fab combo. So that would work with both the chalcopyrite we had in the first kit and work beautifully with the second kit. I mean, Hayley's remit is only to use what's in the kits, but you know, you can actually take it further, add to your order today. Just gorgeous. Brand new ZCP021021. I need you on the phone lines early though, because people, we know we were down to the last 18 on that last 3-strand bundle, so they're going like hotcakes today. It's the most fabulous day of the week. We've got the weekend to look forward to. Oh, and I missed Dallas this week, so I don't know what JR was up to. Have to watch on the repeats. Can't wait for Strictly. Under £10. It'll make me jewellery just grow bigger and eat donuts. Hooray! Absolutely. £9.95. 350 carats. I've already had the orders in, the nieces. Met my dad's birthday last Sunday. Tell him, give me their orders of what they want. So I shall pass the orders on. I tell her, I say, hey, you've just got 2 minutes quickly to make me a couple of stretches. I'll make them with you. You've got to rush off afterwards, have you, by any chance? Yeah, I can make stretches. I can do that while I'm watching a bit of Strictly. I can do that. £9.95, bargain. Beautiful. What would you be tempted to put with these, my darling?
Classic colours, so I think classic design with these. So yeah, teaming them up with the pearls. Pearls work well with those.
That 3-strand
if you have got any darker stones, again, anything that's got a black tone to it, beautiful. Silver or gold would work with
yes,
either
most
of these.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so
so
findings, you spoil it for choice really with these.
Those purples, you know, you said nature does purple and green. That first kit,
yes.
Beautiful, because you've got the purple of the amethyst, the chalcopyrite greens.
Beautiful.
I mean, it just adds another dimension.
And from the vintage kit, I'm not familiar with all the different names of the gemstones, but the little triangular ones.
Yes, the tiger's eye.
Tiger's eye, they're beautiful because they lend themselves to whatever colours you put them with.
They'll
so if you put them with blue, they'll pick up the blue. Put them with green, they'll pick up the green. So that's a nice thing about using some of those gemstones that will kind of cross and tie everything together.
Exactly.
When I used to work, study aromatherapy, and if you wanted a blend to come together, quite often we'd use sandalwood because that would tie things together. So things that have got that kind of element of bridging the gap.
Yes.
So stones such as the tiger's eye, they're perfect because they do bring all the elements together.
Yeah, beautifully put. That's our Hayley in the pantry there. £9.95. 350 carats. Alrighty, shall we introduce the second new kit of the day? Now, don't forget, we're only quarter of an hour away. Oh, who put that loveliness? Who put that loveliness there? Look at these, fire! This is volcanic gorgininess. Look at those. Hello. Whoa. Coming up. Gorgeousness keeps landing next to me. They've not told me anything today. I've been kept in the entire dark. Just gorgeousness keeps landing everywhere. I've got that fantastic garnet, this lovely gem of friendship coming up. Let me just give you another quick flash because it's so, so beautiful. I really don't want you to miss it at 12 o'clock. Great with the pearls, beautiful gift of friendship. It's a day stone, so to see this in the daylight, see it fire up, see those reds, we're literally 20 minutes away. All right, I have to shift everything to my left now. Excuse me, everybody. Really don't like to drag my preciousness across, but I want to make a bit of room for the amazing, massive amount that I've got in this next kit. We've kind of given you a few little sneaky peeks at what you can expect because I've been introducing them with certain elements that we've already seen on the show. Now, my goodness me. You need your wide angle lens for this, Tom. My actual list has gone off the screen. That's not that one. This is vintage, Claire Bear, darling. This is vintage. That's all right, darling. Now we've got tiger's eye. We've got smoky quartz. And that's all right, love. Royal blues. Of my agates. And look at that, the lovely coloured threading material there as well. In our beading thread, not just the silver, but the blue and the clear elastic. I can see gold. A lot of gold in tomorrow's show, but we're mixing it up today. I want to give you the variety. I can see lots of juicy gold parcels, which I'll take you through. I can see silver ribbon ends. Yes, I can see royal blue organza ribbon. I can see organza ribbon bags, right, and gold-plated findings. Let's take you through vintage verve. Verve. Alrighty, smoky quartz, 120 carats, frosted 10mm rounds, delicious, smoking hot, the aluminium-rich quartz. So you've got your iron that gives you your amethyst, but here this golden brown honey of the gem world is created by aluminium creeping into the quartz. Gives you all those lovely chocolate chestnutty browns. Is it conker time? It must be. Then we've also got our blue agate. Now this is such a pretty pop of colour. It's bob on the blue that you've got in your organza bags. I mean, bright blue, 12mm. That looks so nice with Hayley's challenge today. 360 carats. And then she takes a deep breath. You know what looks so beautiful between these? The spirally silver tubes with that goes a long way bundle. Can you see why? They're separated by plastic tubes, but a spiral tube, that goes a long ways, but it's just my favourite, just my favourite. Look at that, the tiger's eye. Can you see that chatoyancy? I can't actually remember the last time I saw this beautiful gem cut in this way. We've done the cubes, we've done the rounds, but aren't those petals beautiful? Can you see that chatoyancy? It's natural, it glides across the surface. It's from the French chatoyal, the cat's eye, the tiger's eye. Beautiful, isn't it? The golds and the blacks. Almost like a navy blue as well. It's the reason I'm hard pushed to pinpoint the colour. It's like Hayley said, it's almost takes on the colour that it's with, but there's definitely the golds. It's almost like a mixture of the blue and the brown tiger's eye. They're pretty, pretty they are. 13mm drops. So there's your 3 gemstone strands, which are gorgini. And again, like I said, I can't remember the last time I saw tiger eye drops. It's been a while since I saw tiger's eye, but they tend to be the rounds, or we did have a little smattering there earlier on in the year of the cubes, but they are so, let me just put them on. They're so beautiful. And you separate by, look how dynamic that is on the neckline. Imagine that silver ball chain in between. Imagine those wibbly wobbly silver tubes. That's all you need, isn't it? Gorgeous. Gorgeous and so striking on the neckline. Then it's got its own chatoyancy, so it's bringing so much to the party. Now we've also got our wire, our coiled memory wire here, and this is the smaller, almost like the bracelet length. 14 coils of steel bracelet memory wire, 0.6 gauge. It's like one of those, what do you call those things? Slinkies, yeah. Then you've got 10 of the 1 meter royal blue organza ribbon. We mentioned that coming up, and that looks so darn hot if you thread that through that aluminium chain. Oh, stop with your gorgeousness. That's why you've got to have that long way in your kit. Then you've got your ribbon cord ends, as I mentioned, because you've got your ribbons. And these are all solid silver. These are all solid silver. I love these. Because we've got the steel memory wire, we can go silver or gold on this kit, because you always have so much left over from other kits. So 4 of those. So you've got your carabiner end plus your extender of chain, 3.5 inches. Then, oh, our brushed gold copper findings. So you've got 3 penduloke teardrops, 2 beautiful brushed disc rounds, a little oval like a vase, and a parcel, like a, what do you call those, fortune cookies? So you've actually got 7. So 2 of the disc beads that are 2 centimeters, 2 of this. The square bead, which is 14mm, 3 of the pairs, which are 16 by 10, and then 1 of the little oval, 14 by 12. Look at that, look at that luster, the gold, loads of gold. Tomorrow on the Gold Rush Show. Then 10 of the organza royal blue gift bags. So we're actually matching like for like in our presentation, as Hayley quite rightly said. Then we've got our beading thread, our blue beading thread, and our clear elastic. Good morning, Miss Worsfold. And then we've got 100 findings of the copper, all gold plated. Oh, would you stop? And how much has those gold prices risen? This is just nuts or hazelnuts. 100. Hello. Hurrah. Marvellous. Thank you, darling. Just getting messages. What's that, Tommy? What are you trying to tell me, love? I know. I have no idea. I've no idea what it's going to do to the price. No idea. It's exciting. I'm hearing exciting things and whispers in the gallery. 100 of the actual gold plating findings. Now, what can we expect? There is so much in this kit, isn't there? So much in this kit. We've got a great price point. So even if I just add up my strands, you know, they could be as each. There's my £24. Then I've got all these wonderful findings, you know. Gosh, 24. I'm going to give that for another 34. I've got my silver. Well, that's another tenner. 44. I've got some wire and some beading. So we say, okay, we get that for 40. And then I've got all of these, and then I've got my bags. You know, if you start to add it all up, you've got to be over £50, close to £60. You've got to. Seriously, but Jewellery Maker is a one-stop shop. We bundle together everything you need. So new Jewellery Makers in our vintage Verb, you've got everything you need, plus your hub, plus your DVD, plus your magazine, everything you need to get started. Oh my heavens, give over. Hayley, did you see that price? 95. For that? Oh, my voice going any higher, sorry.
No.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
That is amazing. That is amazing because there is a lot in that kit. A lot.
20. You know, even if I just went for my tiger's eye strand, and we know the value of tiger's eye, that rare, beautiful pseudomorph, you know, when you've got that one gem pushing out the mineral aspect of another gem. I mean, yeah. What's that, darling? That is worth £21.95 if I'm a day. All my gold-plated findings, they're worth £21.95. They've got it, because my gold prices, I'm telling you, they're going through the roof. They're spiking like no, because it's not just what you're seeing on the screen. Don't forget those 7 gold-plated brushed copper findings, okay? And how luxurious and how beautiful they look in your stylish pieces. I love the fact that you've got 3 of those pear drops and a pendant. And they with that electric blue, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. And I've got my lovely coloured beading thread as well there. And I've got my lovely, oh, do you know what would be so beautiful if you ever saw it? A bit of lapis. A bit of lapis in there. Lapis lazuli with the gold and the royal blues. Naughtiness. Naughtiness. But of course, I'm obsessed with that silver long way. I'm obsessed with that because I love to have my gold, which is so beautiful. Very, very high end. And I can go either direction. Because the nice thing is, I've got my long way kit, so I've got a bit of silver I can do, but I can please the gold lovers because I've got gold-plated findings and those gold-plated brushed beads. So I can go either way. I can go both ways. I'm a fish. I go both directions at the same time. That's what Pisces do. Swimming in both directions at the same time. Let's go see Hayley and have a little look at the designs that she's made. Please don't miss out. It's going like hotcakes. I'm not surprised at that price. It's ridiculous. How did you find the kit, Hayley?
Well,
I bet we barely found the time to do it all, quite frankly.
Well, to be honest, to start off with, when I use blue, I tend to go, because of it being a cool tone in my head, it's a cool tone,
yes,
I tend to go silver.
Yes.
So when I saw the gold, I thought, oh gosh, how am I going to get on with this? But I have to say, once I started putting the pieces together, it really works well together.
Yeah.
So I'm converted.
There we go.
So yeah, so it's silver and blue are not necessarily something that's in my brain now. Yeah. It is a case of I will look to the other tones. And again, it's nice because you've got the darker, as you say, the chestnutty stones that we've got in here as well, and the tiger's eye as well. Again, bridging that gap between the blue and the gold. So this is what I'm saying, it's tying everything together, and whoever puts the kits together, they've got a really good eye for all the different elements that come together because it does work so well. Beautiful. And I love those little tiger's eye, playing around with the wire. And this one in the centre, that is quite a modern, funky style for me.
I like how you use the coil wire there.
Well, yeah, it's just playing around with it and thinking, well, what can I do with this? And I just took two separate lengths, and obviously they naturally form that circular shape. Yeah. A couple of little loops on the end, and pop them onto a jump ring, and then just threaded the ribbon through. So very easy to do. Nothing complicated about it, but very effective.
Isn't that lovely? And the balls, and this is all in the kit there, and then just tied onto the ribbon. So you literally just created a little loop, and then brought it together with a jump ring.
That's it.
You've got your balls in the kit there separating the tiger's eye. The tiger's eye are drilled big enough for the memory wire to go through.
That's it, perfect. They just really work together. So you've got a very modern look to it. And then over to the left of that particular piece, you've got something which I think has got quite an ethnic feel to it, where you've got that teardrop on there and those little teardrop. And it was interesting, you said you'd make a pair of earrings and a pendant. Well, I've been a bit lavish. I've used them all within this particular necklace because I think being such a profound piece that it's nice to kind of
showcase it.
Go for it.
We are going to look at that in terms of design, but I just very briefly wanted to mention it because you've used the blue lovely beading thread and chain and the beading thread through the smoky quartz and then created these lovely droplets. That's in both your necklace and your bracelet, so I just wanted to mention that because it's such a lovely feature, and let's use that blue thread.
That's right, and quite often when I'm using chain I tend to use head pins and almost make these into little charms, as I have done with the blue there. But it is quite nice to kind of weave things through and use it as a foundation and then build upon it, not necessarily attach things through it. So yeah, it's just playing around, and that's the key thing. Play around, have fun with it. You can take it apart if you don't like the design, and it's nice and easy for you to kind of do that. So yeah.
Right, my darling, you're going to show me how to do this. Yes. Different way to use your chandelier.
That's it. Well, you get two of them, so if you wanted to, you could actually use them to create a nice pair of earrings. But I think they make beautiful kind of chandelier pendants. So we've started off. We've got obviously the chandelier part at the base here. It's all set up ready with the little rings on there for us to work with, and then I've just taken three of the teardrops in total, simply threaded them onto the head pins, and again everything that I'm using is within this one kit because as you said, my remit to use what we've got in here, but my mind was going overtime because I kept thinking, oh, I could use that from this kit and that from the other kit. And,
you can only mix it all together.
You do want to mix it all together. So yes, you don't make it easy for us, just sticking within the boundaries, because when you start creating, your mind does start wandering. So all you do is create that little loop at the top, and that's the same if it was a case of you wanted to create your earrings, and you're just creating that little loop, sit on that pendant drop, like so, close it up neatly. Happening here. So you do that with each of those. So I'll just pop another one on there, simply threading it on, and again if you wanted you could add an extra of those little gold beads if you wanted to go down that course, but you don't have to. And what you can do, my little top tip, is the element that I've just cut away from that head pin, use that as my ring device to get the same effect on the next one.
Same length and
so
nice even loops.
You don't end up, and keep these because you can actually make your own little kind of connectors with those if you need to.
Exactly.
So keep a little kind of plastic tub with a lid on it, or one of those fabulous storage boxes to keep all your elements together. Add on another one, and again just close it up to secure it in place. And then you do your third one exactly the same, so you get the idea of that. And then what we did was went to the centrepiece, and this is where I'm actually going to be sitting my blue bead in the centre like so. So I'll just kind of get an eye for it and just work out roughly where it is that I need to take it. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be securing it to the little loop that's just at the head of the teardrop, just up there. That's the one I'm going to to, and I'm going to use the top one to actually secure it to a jump ring, to the circular bead that's going to sit at the top there, and then it would go obviously onto the ribbon with the jump ring afterwards. So I'm just going to trim that off. Don't need to take an awful lot off, and don't forget you can always take a little bit more away, but you can't add it back on. But saying that, you have so many of these different head pins that you can kind of make a mistake and come back to it if you need to.
Well, that's it. Because you've got the eye pins in there as well. There's ample, isn't there?
There's plenty there. And then all we do is we make our loop. And I'm going to make it quite a large loop. So I'm going to take it right to the top of my pliers. And then all I'm going to do is gently take that. And you don't want to be too heavy-handed when you're working this, because you don't want it all to come apart. So just gently pull that together, and you can see straight away that's going to sit nicely in the centre there.
It's a really snug fit, isn't it?
It just fits perfectly, and it just holds it in place like so. And then final teardrop we attach to that, just to complete the base of it. Whoops-a-daisy. Again, curling it round. And using those fabulous pliers, around those pliers means that you get a beautiful round shape.
Yeah, that's why the tools are so useful.
It sounds a bit daft, but it is nice, and that is what sets it apart and makes it look professional.
It's what the eye is drawn to sometimes.
Exactly.
If it's all wibbly and wrong looking, then you tend to notice those mistakes.
And they don't tend to hang properly either. The movement won't be there if you've got kind of angular pieces in your drop. So you can see straight away there we create, whoops a daisy, come back. Full of life. There you go, we've got our centrepiece there. And then all I'm going to do is take my beads, my round bead, which for some reason I've just popped back in the bag. I forgot all about it. See, I'm trying to save as much as I can. And you've got all these different pieces, so it could be a case that if you wanted to go for more of an angular look, then you could use the cushion one or the oval one if you wanted to. It just depends on what you want to create with that. Pulled out the wrong ones. I'm just going to take that off the end just to create a little loop, just for speed. Bring that loop round, and that is again going to attach to our pendant. So that's going to go to that top hole. And again, just close that up nice and tight. And again, if you're using a head pin, an eye pin perfect. If you want to create your own, then you can kind of make a larger loop on it to give it more movement. It's entirely up to yourself. Pop the bead on. Oops a daisy. More fingers and thumbs. Take it through. Don't want to go out the other side. Try it the other way around. Don't know if that would make any difference, but probably not. I think I'm going in at a funny angle.
That's really peculiar. There we go. That's really odd because they're big enough, they're wide enough, aren't they?
There we go. I'm just making a meal out of it. There you go. Again, turn our loop at the top, like so. And don't close it up completely because you've got your little jump rings. Again, these are all in the kit. And it might be a case of that you've added some of the extra ones to your basket because they're such an affordable thing to add in, especially when they're on that offer price. Yeah. Loop that round to bring it all together, and then you've created a fabulous pendant that you can sit on that organza ribbon. Pop it in one of the beautiful little blue organza bags, and I think that is an amazing gift, an amazing way of actually presenting it if it is the case of that you're selling. So there we go.
Or gift, a lovely present. Isn't that beautiful? And then just onto the ribbon, gorgeous. Thank you, Hayley, absolutely fantastic. Now we're moments away from launching the garnet, and don't forget we'll be coming back to Hayley again later on with a third new kit today. But if you want to ask her any questions, don't forget you can text in. We love your text, we love to hear from you on 60777. I'm going to have a look at some of your designs with Hayley next, and then we're going to launch the garnet. So please, 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 it's limited edition. Don't forget, you have to get in nice and early when we launch that garnet, and the text messaging service number is 60777. Start your message, JM Studio. We'd love to hear from you, Dave. If you just want to give a shout out, say hi. We like to hear from you. And let's have a look now at some more of your designs this week on the Wall of Fame. Love, love, love these earrings.
Really talented people out there, really talented.
I didn't see those shapes of those gemstones before, did you?
I've not seen them, but I do like them. They're like little butterflies. Yes. Beautiful. And this is number 483, and this has come to us from Nicola in Huddersfield.
You're up the road. Can I commission a pair?
Pop the kettle on.
Yeah. Pop in.
Hello, she says. I thought I would send in my latest entry to the Wall of Fame. The earrings are made with solid 925 sterling silver and gorgeous rock crystal drops from Jewellery Maker. I hope you enjoy it. Love the show. Please keep bringing us lots of lovely gems and inspiration. From Nicola in Huddersfield. I love that. They've almost got a feathery feel to them, haven't they? The way that they kind of flow.
They're just so modern. I just love. They're just so different. Nice. I love those. Absolutely love those, Nicola. And I love a bit of tasselage. This is number 487, and straight away I went Botswana. And indeed it is. It's Joy from Lincolnshire, and it's Botswana agate. She uses the word stunning. I know, Joy, isn't it? And rose gold plated sterling silver flower rondelles. And she says she attached with rose gold copper chain tassels onto a jump ring. The piece really puts a smile on my face. She's totally hooked on jewellery making, and she's just ordered 3 DVDs to learn how to do more. Well done, Joy. You're a woman after my own heart with that Botswana and rose gold. What a combo. Beautiful. Good luck for Wednesday's prize draw. You're number 487. More fabulous earrings.
I think I might be an idea for my challenge.
Oh.
These are beautiful. This is using the double drilled.
Yeah.
Which of course I've got in the challenge, so that would be perfect. So I'm going to, well, I'll borrow it. I'll borrow it.
That's what we do, isn't it?
We borrow.
We adopt, we adapt, you know, emulate. We can use all those words.
And these are beautiful. These come from Claire. Claire with 3 kisses. Lovely. Hi to all at Jewellery Maker. This is my first Wall of Fame entry. It would be amazing if it ended up on screen. Well, there we go. Amazing. I might miss it though because I'll probably be at work. Well, hopefully you'll catch a repeat. And I hope I might win. I need more beads and silver. Can't get enough of the big citrine nuggets. I want oodles of them and lots of different gemstones. They're so versatile and I think they work really well in drop earrings like these with more uniform shapes. That's true actually, because you have got the uniformity of the top beads and then obviously the
square and then
the different tones from the bottom ones that we've got there. So love the double drilled amethyst too. Keep up the good work and madness.
Oh yes, always an injection of madness.
It's on the application form.
It is
absolutely,
this box. Yes. Sanity need not apply. And beautiful pearls, pearls and amethyst. You see, it's back to what really works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. This is I love the essence of
gorgeous.
Just trying to work out what's going on there.
Using the wire
beautiful.
as well.
Pearls and lavender amethyst. Yes, twisted together with wire and a 925 bolt ring clasp. Simple and beautiful. It's Jeanette from Essex. And if you think about that first kit, what was that first kit called, honey bun?
It was the, was it flowers or something like that?
Passion flower, thank you. You know what my memory's like. I only remember vintage. Passion flower, and then the pearls, you know, 3-strand pearls. You know, you could emulate that, yeah. At the bottom of the screen there, that was our 3-strand baroque pearl with the greens and the 1 white. $9.95 for all 3, and then our passion flower purple amethyst kit with 2 lots of purple amethyst in it with the chalcopyrite, $16.95. So we've already had 2 fantastic kits with loads in there.
Very lucky day today.
Favourite day of the week. I insist we start with a bit of a bang because I'm with you for the whole weekend, and we've got Gold Rush tomorrow, so loads of exciting things to happen. But we've had a lovely text from Gillian in Yorkshire. So all the girls up north today. Hi girls. I shopped, apart from Jennifer in Bristol of course. She says I shopped yesterday and again today. Oh, my poor bank account is suffering. Although thanks to your great prices, I've got loads for my money. Hey, Hayley. Surprise, surprise! Great to see you on this channel. You're inspiring me as usual. That's Jill in Huddersfield. Is that a fan?
You.
She's following you around. She's
that's nice.
Teasing. Yeah, well, she's so talented, multi-talented. You don't have to get away you can. So thank you, Gillian. Text us in. If you just want to say hi or you're struggling with something, you know, we can draw on Hayley's talents and explore any jewelry making issues you have today, or indeed just want to say hi.
Or just to help us, because we just generally knows what you're up to.
We just like to know what if you're watching. All right, I think it's time to launch the garnet, my darling. I'll be back later.
Lovely.
We'll talk to Hayley later as well. Let's unleash, not the Gracon. Let's unleash. What do you call it? The Gracon? That big monster? The Kracon. Yeah, Kraken. Let's not unleash the Kraken. Let's unleash the garnet. Indeed, the beautiful garnet. Oh, if you just hold it up, well, I can't show you this because it's dark inside with the lights on it, but if you hold it up, there are such beautiful purples and reds. It's a lot redder than it actually looks there on the screen because they're all bundled together, you know, all like saucers. What it's doing by putting them all close together, it's actually making them appear darker, which is what gemstones do. When you couple them up, when you triple them up, they intensify the colour of each other. But when you take them off the temporary strand, you really see the bright reds. You really see, I mean, just hold it up to the light. And also the other aspect is the studio lights aren't the greatest, are not the greatest. I'm sure I saw when I first sat down this morning a pair of tweezers. Yes, there we go. Thank you, darling. Where are you cutting? Go on then, son. Go on. It's official. He's cutting the strand. 50 carats of garnet. Now they're graduated, only ever so slightly. Thank you, darling. The graduated strand. There we go. And now you see, you can really pick up cherry pinks. There's a lot more clarity than first meets the eye. I'm wondering, are we seeing that? Yeah, a lot more of the little pinks in there. Let's hold up another one as well. Now I've got the smaller ones here because we're right at the end. Oh, hello. Right at the end of the strand. There we go. Look through there. See how much pinkier they are? Yeah? Whereas when you look at them on the strand, yeah, it just intensifies the colour when you have those little individual ones sandwiched together, which of course you can do, but it's just lovely and exciting when you just start to separate them and just see the colours. Yeah? That's beautiful. Just gorgeous. Just really pinky purple reds. Now it's African garnet, so you're getting more of the sort of the Zambian actually garnet, so you're getting the reds in there with a hint of purple. I always think of wine colours, Cabernet Sauvignon colour. It's not red really, is it? It's a purpley red. It's a pinky red. And yes, we've got natural inclusions in there, but you know, when they're cut up together like that on the strand, you don't really notice that, and side on you don't. But what you do notice is the amazing amount of colour that you are getting off those gemstones. Look at that. Yeah, they're all different. Loads. I mean, look at this. I've already removed 7, and they're all just, they are faceted into a rondelle, but some might be a little bit more wibbly wobbly, but it doesn't matter. I've already removed 7. We're at a fraction of the end. What's that, darling? Yeah, dates back to, gosh, thousands of years, 3,500 BC. It's mentioned in the Bible. I mean, this is where it gets its name. The granatus, the Latin for seed, the pomegranate seed, and that's where it gets its colouring from. The purpley pinks, like the pomegranate fruit, the seeds of the fruit, granatus, garnet. It's one of your biggest families there, with all the different families in there, that, you know, your demantoids and your zavarites. You've got your grossular garnets, your androdite garnets, you've got your pyrope garnets, the almandine garnets. A beautiful, beautiful high-end strand there. 50 carats, and again, I've just removed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you could just place one of those in between the pearls. Go garnet, pearl. Just a few in between with, you know, like a little round 5mm jump ring. Just gorgeous. I mean, loads of possibilities. Again, I've got already 10 off the strand. We have barely touch the strand. There's got to be, look how packed they are. That's how much I've taken off the strand. Look at the string, right? And we've got at least 10 on the table there. Oh, I've just knocked them all down. So we've used it, a fraction of the strand is on the table there. Just that tiny little thread end. It's not even half a centimetre there. And garnet in your jewellery is so precious, so beautiful. And it's the gemstone of friendship. You know, it's mentioned in the Old Testament. Noah is supposed to have guided his ark by the shining light of a garnet. It's just absolutely beautiful. And they say it's a gem of friendship because they say, you know, if your friends, if you part, you will be drawn together again. That's what the power of a garnet does. That friendship will never die. You will be reunited, which is why, you know, I always think of garnets as the, gosh, they're such a pretty cherry red. The gem of friendship. January's birthstone as well, as Hayley said quite rightly earlier. You know, if you want to get organised, get ready for January. Beautiful. Got an amazing, there's got to be over 100 gemstones on that strand. I'll be here all day just picking them off. There's got to be over 100. Just showing you that lovely, lovely colour, because it's so pinky purpley. It's just, you know, just so beautiful. So it's a whole strand, and look how many. We've barely touched the end there. Barely touched the end. You can really see those colours when you start to separate them, which is why we've just done that. Yeah. Take it home. Lovely. You know what's lovely with it as well? Peridot. Greens and reds, the peridot. I love peridot with garnet. So it does add as well, like understanding your amethyst, a lot of value to your pieces as well, because people know garnets, people recognise them as a semi-precious gemstone, people understand, you know, their value in jewellery. They'll recognise, they might not recognise so much something unusual like chalcopyrite, but that's nice to educate people, isn't it? But they'll recognise garnets, amethysts, pearls, onyx, because this is something we've all grown up with. This is what you see on the high street. Now this is limited edition. Brand new today. You can see I love talking about it. Could talk about it all day. The quality of these beautiful pirate-rich Zambian garnets need to be seen, need to be explored. Going to give you a fantastic, it's from our gems of distinction. So these are the gemstones you'd see in our high-end strands and our high-end pieces on our sister channel as well, Gems TV. You know, we'd like to cut our beautiful gems in Jaipur in India, and you've got that 30-day money-back guarantee. So they almost look like a licorice black there, but we're very pinky red. Wine red. Brand new today. Ooh, naughtiness. $12.95. My goodness. There's got to be over 100 gemstones on there. What's that working out as? Like 1p. That's just ridiculous. Because 1p would be £10, wouldn't it? 100? Would it be? No, 100 gemstones, 1p would only be £1. 10p would be £10. There we go. Like 10p for a garnet. There's probably more than that. I'm just doing a quick guesstimate. But they're beautiful, aren't they? Genuine garnets, 50. And you know, you could just like your little white pearl, just sandwich. You know, in the way in which you do sandwich your jump rings. Just sandwich one in between, either side, layer. That lovely pinky garnet in between. Just see how much of a dynamic, how striking that looks in between your snow white pearls, or just a few of them. It doesn't just have to stop with one, you know. Let's get a couple. Let's make it darker. Let's make it more distinctive. And you don't have to use loads. You're only using a fraction of them. Just those in between the pearls, and that is a very simple, effective look. But gosh, it looks so gorgeous. And of course, you've got those lovely shapes to work with as well. Look at those deep burgundy reds. They're luscious, aren't they? How would you use them, Hayley, darling?
Ooh, again, elegant pieces. They kind of give me the idea of vintage pieces. So maybe something on a Victorian theme, maybe.
Yes, they love their garnets.
I mean, we're back into all those Downton Abbey and all those kind of things. So those styles are all coming back again for the winter. So yeah, beautiful, classic looks. And the fact that you've got kind of did you call them potato pearls?
Yes, sort of.
Yeah. That's it. And I think that's,
wobbly.
When people see that, they know instantly that they're real.
They're real, they're not plastic, manufactured.
Exactly, yes,
synthetics, yeah.
Perfect.
They're organic.
Love it. But yeah, again, teaming it up. I would probably use gold findings, I have to say, because they kind of
so
reek luxury, don't they?
Yes.
But if you've got velvet ribbon maybe at home, something like that, you could create a piece incorporating that as well. So
yes,
yeah,
a
beautiful.
lovely velvet ribbon, and then, you know, in the way you just created your beautiful chandelier drop, just something as simple
like
as that, with a pearl. Oh, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
with
very elegant feel. Very elegant.
Oh yes, I'm feeling the love. Perhaps we should make that today. $12.95. What a bargain! And again, it adds so much value because we know garnet, we understand garnet, we appreciate the beauty of garnet. You know, been around for those thousands of years, and you get so much on that strand for $12.95. 50 carats, and. Say again, my darling. So many voices, I couldn't quite hear you. Sorry, darling. Yes. She's just telling me, reiterating the fact, my producer, that it's I can't speak now, that she told me. When we're going to get it again, because it's of course, it's like any gemstone, hard to get hold of in these big carat weights, hard to, obviously, then we've got to individually facet each one of those cylindrical drums of the garnet, and you know, just for one strand, that's a lot of garnets, over 100, and they all have to be faceted by hand on that cutter's wheel, you know, on the end of your job stick. So I mean, just add those with your pearls. I mean, that's heaven, those two together. And that 3-strand pearl was $9.95, so for $22.95. And only just, is that when it was? I wonder when they'd been. 2 weeks ago, I think Carol and, you know that footage from Carol earlier, and Chloe were in Jaipur in India, and they were amazed how, because I can understand how you perhaps sit at home and you might think they're all calibrated by machinery, but they're not. Shall we show you a bit of that behind the scenes of Carol at the studios, at our skilled lapidarius workshops in Jaipur in India, actually seeing firsthand how every single gem is faceted by hand.
The team here at Jewellery Maker in Jaipur are constantly pushing the boundaries, and as I'm sure you can see just by looking at these 10 strands here, really exciting brand new cuts, brand new shapes and sizes that'll be on your screens in just a few weeks.
And yet actually the job sticks are about the size of, well, they're like the size of a pen and a pen nib. And sometimes those gemstones can be so small. And yeah, because I've only ever seen it faceted in, you know, years ago when we first started in Thailand. And it's fascinating. You just think, I can't even see the gem on the end, let alone facet it. But that's how skilled they are. So $12.95 proving very popular. Well done to you. 50 carats of that gorgeous red garnet. Please don't miss out. It's limited edition, limited availability. It's on a first come first serve basis. And if we're looking for those jewel rich colours for the autumn, this is perfect because it is those purples, those reds, those celebratory emerald greens, those ruby reds, which are so luxurious and we see just translate so well into autumn, into winter as well. Alrighty, now, just after midday, we've got the fantastic, fantastic introduction of the beautiful iolite as well. So, if you love your high-end strands, another dynamic with the rectangles here, that water sapphire, just beautiful. If you get the garnet, if you get the water sapphire, I mean the red and the blue is a traditional winner, isn't it? Because what's so lovely as well, you've got the round and the square, you could sandwich that, wouldn't that look great? And the white pearls as well, just the round and the square there. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, don't want you to go anywhere. That's coming up at 12 o'clock. We've still got our third new kit to bring you today. And we're going to have a catch up with our gorgeous Hayley, brought down by the gorgeous Gem Fairy. Look at this. I Spy Fluorite, I Spy Fire Agate, rutilated quartz, 3-strand pack. We've also got that wonderful strand of fire. This is delicious. That with the garnet. And another very special offer on some chain. Don't go anywhere. Right back after this.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With rounders, flaps and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
Jewellery Maker is such a fun channel to watch, even if you're not buying anything. The presenters and the guest designers are absolutely fabulous. I also love it because it's given me a common interest with my sister. We live a long way apart and we are very completely different in our outlook on life. And we now have something that we converse with and we both enjoy.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Alrighty, welcome back. We've got our third new kit today called Classy Chic, or do we call it Classy Chic? What is it, Classy Chic or Classy Chic?
Nah, I'm a chick.
You're a chick. She's a classy chick. We're going classy chic. I don't care what you call it. It's beautiful is all I need to know. And here it is. It's our third new kit today. So of course we'll be having that catch up with our classy chick over there. This fantastic kit and what she's made from it. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And again, that 3-strand pack I showed you with the purple fire agate and the black rutile quartz, purple Zambian amethyst in there would go beautifully with this third new kit today. Alrighty, let me take you through what you are getting. My eyes drawn straight away to this fantastic dynamic of the bicolor agate faceted large 14mm rounds. Isn't that beautiful? Fantastic. We were talking earlier about a dark dynamic gemstone. What was that? Yeah, do you remember the black and the white rutilated quartz we had as our early bird? I mean, they look fantastic together because they've got such different properties. Reminds me of bumblebees and humbugs. It's just gorgeous. That was our early bird. And they've got that banded windows of light opaqueness there. Almost, there's some green speckles in there as well. I don't know if you can see that, Jack, on the close-up. There's some green colours in there, yeah? On the speckling. It's beautiful, but they're all wibbly, they're all wobbly. It's like an old-fashioned cricket ball. Just love those. We got our frosted, so semi-translucent windows of light on those puffy coins of the actual pretty white quartz, and this is 250 carats and they are 14mm as well. So we're actually really moving up a notch. These are bigger than normal because normally it's 10, isn't it? We're lucky if we get 12, but these are both 14mm each. And then the pièce de résistance is the natural beautiful Zambian rich purple amethyst. Look at this prize. Yeah, 8mm, 170 carats. Really rich. Look at that tone. Just beautiful tonality. I don't mind when I see all the different tonality in your amethyst, but that is just beautiful and even throughout. So yeah, really consistent. Gorgeous. And Zambian amethyst is infamous for its beautiful quality. We're in the Kalomo district of Africa for this Zambian amethyst. And when we first sourced it, as I said before on our sister channel, it was all in the 18 karat gold and 9 karat gold. It was only later that we started to put it in our 9 karat rose gold plated jewellery because we knew people wanted a little bit more affordability. We responded to that, but the pieces were still, you know, 35, 40, 50 pounds in the rose gold plated. So we really celebrate this beautiful amethystista, the Zambian, the Kalomo amethyst. These are the regions of the Zambia where we get that beautiful amethyst from. Just gorgeous. Now, there's not a lot of this beautiful natural amethyst left, is there? All the white quartz. You know, if we're trying to look and put together a bundle, you know, for the show, it's only what's already sort of established in the kits. So if that's exactly what you're looking for, it's best to just get the kits, as it were. Now, the strands don't just stop there. There's loads going on in this kit. We've got a lovely pendant as well. This black onyx faceted oval shaped pendant that's 4 by 2 centimeters and is 45 carats, and it's drilled through the top there. Can you see that if I move that way from my black top? There we go. Yeah, lovely elongated dynamic onyx pendant there, 45 carats. That would look so nice with those blue and those banded green agates that we had earlier, wouldn't they? Yeah. Then we've got some lovely black organza ribbon. So again, straight away I'm thinking of that new, I want to call it the new look bundle. It was called the long way bundle, wasn't it? Black organza ribbon. Now, moving into the sultry evenings of winter, we use our black a lot. It's been a while since I saw the black organza ribbon. We've had the lovely colours which we celebrate and love. Think about running through your gold with the black or the silver, yeah. So they are 1 metre each, and you get 10 of those. So there's 10 metres of the black organza ribbon cut into 1 metre lengths. And tying in with that, you've got your sterling silver cord ends, 3.5 inch cord ends. You can see how well made, that's all sterling silver. So you've got that extra length on the chain to extend, and you've got solid cord ends there made of silver and big carabiner clasps. I love those because they're just so well made. There's so much silver in there. Then you also get your brushed copper silver beads, 14 by 17mm. Pretty. So these are 40mm, like the size of your 40mm puffy coins and your 40mm bicoloured agates. Yeah, beautiful. There's 12 of those. Lovely finish to your jewellery with those lovely, that black ribbon as well. Just beautiful, lovely polish, lovely gleam. Sterling silver, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? Then, findings-wise, well, actually not findings-wise, forgive me, threading-wise, black elastic, black beading thread, silver beading thread, and clear elastic. So it's nice, we've got the choice of the coloured elastic there as well as the beading thread. So I know we'll use that black over and over again. Plus 10 of the organza silver bags. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Threading that black elastic or that black beading thread through the puffy white quartz, you know, because they've got windows of semi-transparency. That's going to highlight the black beading thread or indeed the black elastic that you use. It will imbue it with, because you can actually see the temporary white one. So imagine what you can see if it's coloured, if it's black. It's going to even be even more prevalent, isn't it? You do get, forgive me if I don't mention it, in the classy kit or classy chic, you get your black and your purple organza bags as well. And in the black one, you've got all of your sterling silver plated copper findings, 100 pieces. So a metre of the oval twist chain, heart toggle, round toggle, jump rings in 2 different sizes, crimp beads, balls, crimp covers, chandelier earrings, shepherd hooks, eye pins, head pins. Loads, 100 altogether. Quarter of the stock's already gone. It's going like hotcakes, and that's even before we launched the price. Because people are thinking, you know, the black, the silver, amethyst, quartz, that banded agate, so dynamic. And the silver bags, festive season with the goes a long way kit that we had. Tremendous, absolutely tremendous. Classy chic or classy chic? $24.95. I'd pay that just for the Zambian amethyst. I really, genuinely would, just for the quality of that fantastic Zambian amethyst, because the tonality, you want the tone of amethyst to be around 60%, not too dark. For rubies, you probably want it medium, medium dark, roughly moving towards 80. Every gem has a different tonality which suits it. And that's not to say that the lovely lavender, the lighter amethyst, is valuable. Of course it is. But what the premium, the most highly valued, the most sought after, the most expensive is what I'm saying on the gem market today. That's what you're looking for, and that's what we've got in this strand. And it's all natural, it's all beautiful. Yes, there's the odd little striation in there, but it's negligible. It's negligible on the eye. It's just, again, an important factor telling me that's real amethyst, you know, that's the real deal. And plus the pendant, you know, we mustn't forget we've got those 3 strands plus that 45 carat onyx pendant. And how beautiful, all the silver, the cord ends, the silver brushed copper beads, the black elastic, the black beading thread, as well as the silver and the white, the 10 silver organza bags, the 4 sterling silver ribbon cord ends, 3 meaty strands, 14mm on 2 of them, 8mm on the other. You know, you've got a lot of carat weight there. I mean, if I just add up the carat weights alone, that's 428, that's 910, 955 carats just in those 3 strands and your pendant. So just shy of 1,000 carats of real gemstones. Loads of threading materials, organza bags, ribbons, as well as your threading materials, 100 pieces of silver plated copper findings, plus your 12 brushed copper beads there, and your silver sterling silver cord ends. Loads, $24.95. You know, I mean, we put together everything you need, new jewellery makers, to get your jewellery inspiration juices flowing. We'll go and see our lovely Hayley. It's our 3rd new kit of the day. It's flying out because I know a lot of people like the black and the silver, like the black and the white. They can utilise that, not just with this kit, but our regulars out there are already thinking how they can incorporate the rutile quartz, how they can incorporate. I mean, what heaven is... Do you remember that 3-strand pack with the blue? How heavenly is that little minxie mixture that absolutely flew out? Yeah. How heavenly is that all together? Do you remember that 3-strand pack we had? That was so popular. Beautiful, with black ribbons, and oh, there's been a lot on the show today that would work perfectly with. A lot on the show. All right, let's go see Hayley, see how she's doing, see her designs, and explore some techniques. Which is the fun bit, which is what jewellery making is. It's fun. And then the best bit is you get to wear it. You feel gorgeous. All righty. How do
Simple, Loved it.
It's
such beautiful pieces to work with. I loved the amethyst in there because it's just such a beautiful stone to work with. Teaming it up with that kind of coolness of the was it
the white quartz?
White quartz,
yes, yeah, frosted, yeah.
So the frosted white quartz, perfect. And again, tying in the silver tones, the black for the dramatic element as well, because that really makes it pop. And then also, I loved the stripy beads.
Are they lovely? The bumblebees, the humbugs.
The humbugs, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking zebra prints and animal prints. So you could team that up. Earlier on, you had the brown stones that I was saying that, oh, I wouldn't mind those to go with my outfit.
Tiger's eyes.
The tiger's eyes.
Yeah.
So you could get a real kind of safari feel with this as well if you wanted to team it up with those elements. So yeah, very versatile. Lovely kit and loads in it.
You've almost gone into, well, 3 separate directions really, because you've got this lovely, as we keep calling them, the humbugs or the Everton mints, with a chain. Now this just goes to show you how much you can utilise this beautiful chain work. We are going to look at this a little bit further, but you've got the lovely simple dangle on the earrings. You know, let's showcase those gemstones, which is quite right that you said, because they're so pretty with the banding, and then a bracelet to match, because don't forget you've got your toggles in there as well. And the nice thing about making your own bracelets are, if you struggle to find the size that fits your wrist, if your wrist is too small, or you know that 7.5 inches is just a pain in the bottom because you need a bigger size on the wrist, you make it to fit you.
Well, that's it. Obviously, if you're making jewellery for yourself, then you can size it to your own measurements perfectly. But again, if you're making jewellery to sell, you could quite easily take a section out of that to make it smaller, add a section in if you needed to.
Create an extent length anyway.
That's it, that's right. That's not a problem at all with that.
We've gone through the lovely rich amethyst and then our silver ball findings in there as well. Just really punctuate, and our crimp covers there, the style of the piece. Over 50% of the stock's been allocated, so you do need to act quickly. And is that a simple stretchy, darling? Can I
That's
ask?
all it is, yeah. Simple stretchy.
Lovely
As I
stretchy.
say, simple is, I mean, we've used
On the black, yes,
yeah.
you can see it through there, can't you?
Yeah. It's just very simple. I mean, what you could
Love
do
that.
for evening, maybe use some of the organza ribbon to actually tie a bow to that.
Pretty.
Make up several strands and actually put them together.
Yes,
so
you see that
several
all the time,
stretches,
don't
you see that all the time as well. But there's just so much in the kit that you can really be versatile with this and twist and turn with it.
And then we've used the ribbon here with the amethyst. Isn't that beautiful? Just really I love ribbon because it gives such a sense of occasion.
It does, and also you've got a different tie to the neckline as well. So if it is a case of it's to go with evening wear, then it is a case of the hair might be up, then you can see that beautiful bow, and it's making the back of your outfit look just as pretty as the front.
So I'm going to steal this now and put this on the neckline, just show you how pretty it looks. Just the pendant, you've done a simple little bow, I'm just looking to see, and then just threaded your head pin through and created a crimp cover with a ball on the end, is it?
Well, it's just one of the little silver beads. I just took a silver bead and a head pin, fed it from the front through to the back, and then just created a loop as you would do for your ear. And then put the organza ribbon through, and then tied an additional little bow to the organza ribbon to give it a nice base.
Isn't that lovely? How pretty does that look on the neckline now? Just really classy, just really pretty.
And such a beautiful piece, that centrepiece. Yeah. And very forgiving as well, that long, slender tone. Yes. It adds to the kind of the neckline, and it just, I don't know, it brings everything in, doesn't it? Rounder, larger pieces can sometimes widen elements, but if you've got the slender feel to it, it draws the eye in.
It draws the eye in, and we've got 2 earrings, 2 bracelets, 3 gorgeous necklaces.
And loads left over.
Well, there we go. Yeah. And you think, divide that all up into $24.95, you know. 7 pieces of jewellery there.
And I didn't even touch on the brushed silver pieces.
No,
I've still got
of course,
those here,
12 of those. There was loads left over, so we are going to make more than just 7 pieces out of the kit. You start making that, dividing that up, £3.50 each. I mean, you pay more than that for your costume jewellery. But we're going to look at what the technique they use for the bracelet, the earrings, and the necklace, about how you attach the chain.
That's right, yeah. So basically, what I did is I took my chain and I cut it into equal pieces. Okay, and what will happen is we'll take. I started off. Obviously, I used the mixed beads with the black and white feature on there, but it'll blend itself exactly the same to the brushed silver ones as well, if you want to alternate between the two if you fancy a change. And then all I did was I took an eye pin and then just feed that through, and we're always making little charms here. Again, just take your pliers and cut it just to the other side, and then create, and the loop is what you're going to use to actually attach it to that length of chain. So don't close it up completely, take your length of chain and hook it over, and then continue to close it up so it's all perfectly round and ready to go. And then you would do exactly the same on the opposite side. Open up the eye pin, okay,
hook it onto another piece of chain and then close it up. So it's a very simple technique, but it just means that that bead is suspended on that chain. And then, as I say, you could use those brush metal ones. So if we go to one of the brush metal ones, and again, you could use your silver beads if you wanted to elongate this or give it a different shape. So again, we've got our eye pin there that we've used.
And that doesn't fall through, is it? Because they're a little bit bigger, the holes on those
They are,
discs.
yes.
And I often wonder, how do you them? And
well, sometimes if you don't make it too tight, you get that kind of freedom of movement there. So you can see that spinning around quite nicely. As it spins around, it will catch the light as it works. So if you wanted it to be a little bit more static, then yes, pop a couple of the little silver beads either side, sandwich it, and that will make it a little bit firmer and we won't move around as much. So again, we're just going to cut the wire on the opposite side again, make another little loop. Okay, and then just basically bend that round on itself. Don't close it up completely, and we're going to attach that to the other piece. And again, the wire, the chain, you could have it as wide or as short as you want those pieces. So I've got a reasonable length on there. We're probably talking 10 centimetres even there, but you could be a case of that you make it much smaller.
There's a metre there to play with, so there's loads, isn't there?
And it is a case of it depends how long you want your piece to be. Sometimes people like to have a chain, maybe a really long chain, so if they wanted to, they could actually take it around the neckline twice. Or it might be a case of that you want to be a bit more frugal and make them slightly shorter. My suggestion would be, if you're going for a shorter length chain, then make the separation shorter as well, because everything is in proportion then. But there you go, so you can take both of those and alternate and bring them together.
See, I like that, just alternating a lovely long necklace.
That's
you
it.
know, like you were wearing earlier today, just really
so
beautiful.
Just really nice and easy. And then, as I say, just carry on until you've got the length that you require.
Fantastic, thank you, Hayley. So £24.95, I can say that over 50% of the stock's been allocated, so please give us a call right now. It's proving very, very popular, and we want to make sure you don't miss out on our third new kit today, and do give us a call on the repeats as well. Alrighty, we've experienced some Hayley designs. Let's have a little look this week at some of yours on the Wall of Fame. Oh, let's start with number one.
We've
gone from 480 back to number one again.
Talk about elegance. Look at this fabulous piece. This is Lorna and Dorset's designed this piece, and this is just sheer elegance, isn't it?
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
This is that Christmas ball, that New Year's Eve party.
Finding, isn't
Beautiful.
It? Beautiful,
love
right.
it, love it.
And sheer elegance here. This is number 492, and this was sent in by Barbara using pearls and hematite. And she wants to swap stashes. Oh, darling. She says I never get anything done looking at you all. I love that. Good luck for Wednesday's prize draw. It's a beautiful set there, bracelet, earring and necklace. That's Barbara. So good luck for Wednesday's Barbara. You're at 492.
And they're all very inspirational pieces, aren't they? This is number 488, and this has come from Lynn. And she's created this, a little bit of wire work going on here. So
yes.
Yeah, beautiful, loving. Your colour, so by using lots of different coloured stones, then you can kind of improve the versatility of that piece, because it lends itself to lots of different colour tones that you're wearing.
Yeah, absolutely. Great for the holidays. 490, woman after my own heart here. Fabulous earrings. And thank you, Tracy. She sends her congrats to myself and Lucy, the Bump Club. And she says the middle pair she made for her daughter. The hearts were made on a wig jig. Oh, I love it. I don't think can you see that? If I just, it's the shine of the studio, because you see there's hearts there. Isn't that beautiful? Plastic earrings there. Tracy in Sheffield, I'm going to have to visit you. 490. You're an earring making machine, and I love it.
This one's amazing as well. Beautiful earthy tones, autumnal feels again with this particular one. And this has come from Carol in Edinburgh.
Carol will like that strand coming up, you know, those goldy fiery strands.
It's perfect, isn't it? It's very similar. She's used carnelian and smoky quartz rondelles and silver beads. So yeah, all tied together beautifely. Lovely warm tones. That would again with what you're wearing.
It would, wouldn't it? Love this set now. This is number 2, and it's Jane, and she's using pearls and jade and pyrite, and she's going off to sun herself in Skiathos. Woohoo! I can see why she's made that then, because that's going to look gorgeous on Jane.
Isn't it perfect?
She's probably in Scathos already, so hopefully someone will record this for her and tell her her beautiful designs on. So that's Jane Milestone, and hopefully she might be back in time to see if she's a winner on Wednesday. Number 2.
And this fabulous Y-shaped necklace has come in from Barbara, beautiful, and she's used pink aragonite, smoky quartz and peach pearls. Those pearls, we keep seeing them come through, don't we?
Combo as well. I would never have thought to put that with smoky quartz and the pearls. I can see the pearls because the pink aragonite I've seen and I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But isn't that beautiful? Beautiful collection. Well done, Barbara. Love that.
Abalone.
Oh my word.
Love,
Look at the
love.
colours.
Number 3, it's Tracy in Morecambe. Made for a friend's 40th. She was over the moon and couldn't wait to show it off. Sorry, darling. Is it? Oh, there we go. I'm holding the wrong thing. There we go. Got a bit curly, yeah. 40th present. Her friend was over the moon. Isn't that beautiful?
I can understand that because that's a beautiful piece.
She wants to win so she can display some more in a local shop and sell her stuff.
Ooh.
So yes, Tracy in Morecambe, we love that. I hope you are a winner. Good luck. Good luck. Abalone showers. Beautiful.
I love that.
Alrighty. Right, lots more still to see on today's show. I've got that lovely fiery golds and reds. I've got a bundle. What was that you wanted me to do, darling? Oh, we've had a text, of course. I'm going to read this one out. This is from Joanne in Greater Manchester.
Fabulous. Well, Joanne, as you say, Greater Manchester. Hi, Fee and all at Jewellery Maker. Please could you say hello to my 4-year-old niece? Oh, what a beautiful name, Jessie May, who's suffering from a nasty cold. Oh, bless you. Oh, I hope you're all snuggled up with a magic blanket to make you feel better.
Yes, and some magic sweets and cake. I find sweets and cake help Jessie May when you're feeling a bit ill.
You're a bad influence.
I know. No to my son. No, you can't have sweets. Somebody else's child. Yes.
And she says she's loving this show, so thank you very much for that. And Fee, you look stunning. I think we're all agreed on that. Congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.
And that comes lots of love from Joe in Bury.
Well, thank you for your Facebook suggestions as well. I'm still sort of reading through them. Stuck on names.
Oh,
Can't think of any girls' names.
Dear.
So of course we knew Jed was a boy very early on, so we didn't even think about any girls' names. So it's never even entered my head. But of course it's Priscilla now. She's arriving, so I know. Keep the suggestions coming, please, please. Thank you. Lovely to hear from you, Joanne, there in Greater Manchester. Alrighty, my darling, I'll let you get on with the challenge.
Fabulous.
I'll draw on your talents more as we go through the show. And any texts that you want to ask our lovely Hayley about, then please, please, please do. She's more than happy to help. About stunning, you just feel like a giant blunderbuss blundering around. I'm going through that clumsy stage at the moment. I just knock things over. And do you ever find that thing? The other thing is you forget you've got this, so you end up, it sounds awful, you dribble. You do. And you end up with your food down your chest and you think, my God, I'm like a 3-year-old, I've got dribble all down my chest.
And you kind of learn how to put your shoes on sideways.
I know! It's so
you don't bend in the middle anymore.
I had to hold on to somebody to get up there yesterday. So it's like, oh. Anyway, it's all part of the love, it's all part of the lovely process. Right! I was still doing the Irish dancing last night, and Nigel killed me with the Pilates the other day as well. I'm aching all over, but hey, look at this gorgeousness! Is this today or tomorrow? Today! Wow, 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 love, love, love the chainage. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is like a gorgeous, gorgeous gold bracelet. I mean, obviously you can use it many other ways, but I do love ball chain. I don't know what it is. Whether it's a chain with balls on, whether it's ball earrings, whether it's like the copper silver ball chain earlier. I just love balls, balls. Now, with this, we can attach a bolt ring clasp. So we can. Yeah, because you've got the links. You've got the links in between, you see? Can you see the round? And then you've got the chain, and then 3, and then you've got the chain, and then 1, and it just repeats the pattern. Is it 9 inches, darling? Is it? Because I'm usually a 7.5-inch bracelet, and I've got such an extension. 9 inches, yeah, I've got such an extension on the end. But if I just show you the links, yes, they are fine. They're solid in between, but you can definitely, if you had a bit of beading wire, because we can create that as our link and attach that to our bolt ring clasp, because otherwise you're going to have to use quite a fine jump ring to thread through that. But you can definitely get your beading wire through there. Your monofilament is super strong, and that is what you can then attach to a jump ring, I'm sure, as Hayley would explain.
Oh,
yeah.
And it's a neat way of putting it together, because you've got something so delicate, you don't want anything too heavy.
No, you
so,
don't.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
That's right. So beautiful, and that lovely bit of chain is gorgeous. I love that symmetry of 3 to 1 to 3 to 1 to 3 to 1, and it's gorgeous on. Just look at that on against the skin. So eye-catching. So there's a lovely delicacy to it, but there is a lot of strength as well. Brand new.
Timeless look as well.
It is, isn't it? Timeless. I mean, obviously we've had our, forgive me, I've just disconnected myself. We've had our different metallic threads, as it were, that we've had, and I've seen them create, not them, I've seen the lovely Hannah, Lucy, when she's been with me, create out of some of the finer, you know, the 2mm wire, wrap that around and through a gemstone and create that as the little charm. You want something finer, and so that could work through the links as well.
Very, very delicate.
Yeah.
And it's one of those pieces that if you're creating it maybe for somebody of a lighter frame, or a child maybe, a younger person, it might be a case of too chunky.
No, because they're little wrists.
That's
of
right,
course,
yeah.
Yes. Especially like a little christening gift, or
well, that's it. It's a keepsake, isn't it? It could be that they've just become a teenager or something like that. It's a very significant time of life for them. So celebrate it.
Yeah, what a beautiful idea. Yes, because there's that lovely finesse of the style. Brand new today. It's 9-inch length of gold-plated silver, 3mm ball chain. And this is our Italian gold chain as well, gold-plated chain. And you can see that in the flat links there, because the way in which it's cut, the way in which it's polished, the way in which the gold's embossed on the silver is firmly alloyed to the silver, as it were. So, you know, that electroplating is not going to rub off, as it were, because this is our Italian chain with the gold plating there. And you can see that on the ball. You know, you electroplating to firmly fix and glue the gold onto the silver, as it were, so that you don't get that feeling of, oh, if you just rubbed it, it's going to come off, which is not what you want. So you want to retain the luxury of the look of the gold, but want the key affordability built in, because the silver is what's underneath, giving us the staple solidity of the piece, but the gold has given us the finesse. The two together add up to great affordability. Yeah, straight down for that high-end luxury, under £20. And Hayley should mention bracelets. I was looking for a little girl's, it was like a naming day she was having, and the bracelets I was seeing were £25, £30, and they were just silver on internet sites. And I thought, well, yeah, I know I can make my own, but you look, don't you? You like to have a look.
Yeah.
And I just thought, gosh, she's only got a little wrist.
Yes.
How can be so much?
Exactly,
You know?
yes, yeah.
You can think you make two out of this and add my own little initial, or add my own little keepsake. Under £20.
Incorporate birthstone with it.
Your birthstone, perfect. Just a few of those, you could just dangle a few of those little garnets.
That's it,
We've
make
got
little
December.
charms.
What are we on? We're in September at the moment. So sapphires we need. For November we need citrines. And for December, turquoise, zircons and tanzanites. Got any of that in your stash?
That's it, and they would all lend themselves beautifully. And if it's a case that you are making jewellery to sell, then you could have a collection of those ready to attach for when your customer comes to your stand.
Yeah, you could just have them all ready made, perfect. Just have the whole 12 months there.
That's it.
Each one, and just say, right, which one's oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
She's full of them today. She's full of them in her pantry there. Yeah, that's a great idea. Showcasing.
And it really makes it personal. And
Yeah.
because you're personalising pieces, then it is a case that you can kind of add that extra little bit of extra onto the price when you're selling your jewellery if you want to, or
So
give it
that's an
added
extra couple of
value.
quid, or you know, whatever you want.
That's
yeah.
it.
Exactly. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would pay £20 for a gold-plated bracelet as well, because you and I both experienced prices above that for just silver jewellery as well. You've got the silver with the gold on. I mean, famous. Sometimes you're paying for the name as well, aren't you? Sometimes you're paying for the design, and it's your design that we're interested in. I mean, I think that's beautiful in itself. And I'd still have, because I've got a smaller wrist, I don't know what you're like at home, but I'd still have a good 2 inches then left for something else. Maybe my dingle dangles, the earrings I could make. Ooh, now I'd be very tempted to start an earring with just one and end on a 3. Or just, you know, on an earring post. Or then a little gem on the end there, some garnets. ASAR 26. Lovely with those water sapphires, the highlights as well. I did hear exactly what you just said to me, but I've no idea what it was. Oh, yes, please. Yes, well done, well done. I hope you got that. Good luck, everybody, because that's a real bit of high-end luxury moving through to that present given season. Right, this is beautiful. The brain is listening, but it's not computing. It's not you, Dee Dee, it's me. Yeah, exactly. Have you ever heard, but you don't listen? You know they've said something to you, but it's not been digested. I don't know why. I think I was too engrossed with the bracelet. It's just so beautiful. This is fantastic. Again, you know how much I love Botswana and the banding and the distinctive beauty. I think that's why I'm drawn to it. And we've just seen some gorgeous designs, haven't we, Hayley? Autumnal golds and, you know, oranges.
On the wall, some beautiful pieces. And they would lend themselves beautifully to these techniques using, this particular strand,
Beautiful. Look at this. I want to take you through a few of them because they're all so different. Look at this. Gorgeousness. If you get the light behind them as well, even more beautiful. That reminds me of a, what do you call them? You put them on the end of a dart. The flight, yes. Just me. Oh, look at that. Bit of tiger's eye. Whoa. That looks like a piranha. His fins and all his different colours there. Ooh, the tiger's eye drops. Look at that layering. So fabulous. Volcanic, fiery reds. And ooh, it just gets even Saturn, sunset golds. Look at that one. How beautiful are these? 360 carats, 24 by 18 millimeters. Ooh, and then just... Oh, look at the waves. The linear movement. Just gorgeous. Every single one is the dynamic, and you just when you think you've seen your favourite, along comes another. Oh, gorgeousness! It's an amazing strand, this one, Claire. But amazing. She's amazed. Oh, there, I'm thinking the banded chocolate humbugs earlier. Toffee. Ooh, fire. Oh, front and back, gorgeous. And then ooh, sultry. I've just taken you through the whole puffy strand there. Again, roughly 3, 6, 9, 12, 16 on average, but you get 360 carats. And there's such, I mean, the leaves are turning those greens to golds. That necklace that Hayley was wearing earlier when she first came in, and I asked her to show us all earlier. Can you show me again? Is that all right? Can you indulge me? And all you've done is knot thread between them, isn't it? Like a cord. And it's... Come over to me, darling. Come over.
Okay.
Take a walk.
Good job. Should we snuggle up?
Snuggle up. Yeah, look how beautiful. I just thought that looks so lovely with what you're wearing. And you could just do something as simple as that with these. And you've got how many on the strand? I know they're slightly bigger, but 3, 7, 8, 9, about 10. And I've got at least 16 on this strand.
Well, they would work perfectly, and you've got all those different colour tones and their different richness that you've got there. So yeah, very, very similar.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's right. I think you need to make. You do. I think you need to make something with this, Hayley, to go with your top. Just beautiful.
That is gorgeous. And you could, as you say, eke it out. You don't need to use very many of those. Use it on some cord. Use it on one of those fabulous gold-coloured chains as well. You could do a similar sort of idea. And even kind of topping and tailing those teardrops. So you've got maybe a centre stone. Maybe use something like I don't know, if you've got a gold-coloured bead, and then can actually
like
bring them out.
Earlier,
almost making like a bow effect. Yes.
Oh yes.
So they would go from the centre out and then come back in the centrepiece again. So yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, the bow effect, or create a lovely big flower kind of, like you said, with the centre of that bead being, because you got 7 of those in that kit, didn't you?
That's right.
Was it the vintage kit, darling? We had the gold.
The vintage one had got like the brush metal effect in there.
Yeah, the gold ones, didn't it?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And we've had the silver ones anyway. If you're a silver lover as well, there'll be loads of gold tomorrow as well.
And either would work with that, silver or gold.
Yeah, because there's enough warmth and fire in the gems. Botswana would look fantastic. But I've got none today. I think it's the first time. Where is my Botswana? You're not feeding my fetish. You're not feeding my obsession. Is it? Hey! I thought I can't have a day without Botswana. There's Botswana in the house. Thank you, DG. Oh, I just can't. Oh, there's something wrong with me today. I can't see for looking. 300. Shall I just show you it? Because it would look so good with it. Botswana. Look. So you know I'm not making it up. Oh, died and gone to heaven.
That's a marriage made in heaven.
That is just smorgasbord of gorgeousness. Stop with the bounteous beautifulness. That Botswana, the royal of the agates, is coming up, but right now I've got those fancy, I just love the banding, you see. Look at that one, it's like a beautiful tree. Look at those colours. It's like gorgeous. Fantastic. That's amazing. I've only just caught myself on there. $7.95 for that strand. That is incredible. Please don't, because you can see they're all going to be so different, so dynamic, so much to offer. There's a party going on in every single one. That's good. And you've got 50, and it's, you know, when you pay, you've got 15 of them. I mean, how much do you pay for those faux necklaces? 15 quid? 8 quid even? You can make your own necklace now and still have some left over. All the ideas Hayley just gave us. Real gemstones as well, not plastic either. And with that Botswana coming up, I insist you have both in your life. There's all the shades of the autumn hanging in front of your very eyes there. Beautiful. In fact, I pick out the silvery greys of that Botswana strand, keep the oranges with this fiery agate here, and put those silvery greys with the eye light we've got coming up in a moment. We'll be launching that. No, we'll do that in a minute. I don't want to rush it. Oh yeah, but it's beautiful. Don't rush me. Don't rush me with the Botswana. Listen to me. All protected. No. Sorry, Dee Dee. That was a bit violent, wasn't it? Poor Dee Dee. No. Did you feel my pain? Feel my pain. We are going to launch the eye light in a moment. Let me just show you the eye light. Oh, there it is. I can't see for looking today. I insist we don't rush. I know you might have seen the Botswana before, but I don't want to rush it. It's too beautiful. It's the royal. I need to pay homage to the Botswana. We've got the eye light coming up right after this. I don't want you to go anywhere. Fantastic water sapphire from our gems of distinction. Now the garnet absolutely flew out. So whatever you do, I promise I'll come back with that. There's a few of you waiting on the line. Hold the line. We'll be right back in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
The team here at Jewellery Maker and Jaipur are constantly pushing the boundaries, and as I'm sure you can see just by looking at these 10 strands here, really exciting brand new cuts, brand new shapes and sizes that'll be on your screens in just a few weeks.
Keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Come and join in the fun with international art clay instructor Natalia Coleman as she teaches you the basics of making personalised rings from silver clay. During the course of the day, you will learn how to create your own rings, add texture and decoration, finishing and polishing, and how to add colour to your finished piece. The full course includes use of all relevant tools, our lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a chance to meet our presenters, and have a chance to visit our gemstone museum. All of this for just $99.95. To book your place, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Garnets are found in Sri Lanka and Tanzania. They're typically found as water-worn pebbles from alluvial deposits. As a gemstone, it's ideal for jewellery. It has some beautiful raspberry purples, great clarity, stunning lustre, and it's also a really durable gemstone.
Now, I was just looking at that silver clay course, 3rd of October, silver clay rings with Natalia. Yeah, and then there's silver clay on the 19th of October. They're all listed in our hub. So I was just looking at all the October dates. Lots of availability on all those different courses. So just ring up the call centre to find out more. Right, we know Botswana is looming, but I promised you I like first. So let's do that for you. And I hope you'll join me tomorrow as well, because it's Gold Rush Day. We'll be talking about gold and gold prices and everything is gold findings, and we've got lots of giveaways, lots of competitions, and some quizzes as well. So we're going to have a bit of fun tomorrow with our Gold Rush Day. So make sure you don't miss, and you can join me in the morning at 9. I do hope you will. Iolite from the state of Orissa in India. The water sapphire, simply called so because of its watery blues, lighter blues, but actually it gets its name from the Greek ios, meaning violet. It's a violet blue. It's the most strongly pleochroic, one of the most strongly pleochroic gems. Pleochroism means seeing more than one colour. And in this beautiful water sapphire, you see violets, you see silver whites, silvery greys, and you see sometimes yellows as well. Beautiful. It's a really pretty violet blue, and you'll see a lot more translucency again when you start to separate the gems, because don't forget, it's like the garnets earlier, when they're bundled together they appear darker in tonality. But there you go. I'll just open one out there, yeah, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful iolite, and a gorgeous gemstone, like I said, we've got from India, from the state of Orissa. Beautiful natural beauty there from our gems of distinction. What I love about this distinctive strand is the cut. It's not a cut we see very often. You could just, do you remember those square cubic hematites earlier for the guys? If you really want to add the value as well, the gents jewellery, just sandwich an iolite in between each of those hematites, which I think would be perfect for the gents jewellery. Do you remember it was a 3-strand bundle? It had the black and the blue agate. And if you just took 2, sandwiched a hematite, because it's the angularity and the squareness, and some of the ones, because it's graduated, are bigger, so they'll stand out. I think that would be beautiful. Zigzag them, wrap them, dangle them. Loads of possibilities, and loads of lovely worth and value. It's supposed to be a navigational tool, a gem that navigates its way through life. They used to say that years ago, the sailors used to use it as a polarizing lens to navigate through, using the sun on the high seas, and use as a lens to navigate the high seas. So it's a navigational gemstone, a gem that's supposed to guide the wearer through life. I can't promise all of that, but it's nice history and folklore. Beautiful. And, you know, we've got all information on our websites as well about each individual gemstones, but, you know, it's a very, very highly valued gemstone. The deeper, darker blues can sometimes rival even your most famous salon blue sapphires. But if you like tanzanite, if you like sapphires, you're with a gem that I think meets both parties, because it's got your blues of your sapphire, but the violet purple tones that you start to see in your rare tanzanites. So 60 carats of this rare, beautiful, graduated gemstone, ranging from 3 to 7 millimeters. And again, I'll ask Hayley, how would you translate your iolite into jewellery? Because it's a dynamic shape, isn't it?
It is. It's a fabulous shape, and it's also a fabulous colour as well. You can see loads of different tones in there, but it's jumping out to me to team up with things like our amethyst that we're seeing today, our silver as well that we're seeing today. And it's just, I don't know, it's one of those kind of stones that when you look at it, it makes you go,
calming,
very
soothing.
Calming, very soothing. So yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
Calming blues, yes indeed. has sort of that power, that aura about it, doesn't it?
And I think that's the nice wholesome feeling that you get with the genuine gemstones.
Yeah.
It's a case that you are in tune with nature when you're wearing these pieces, aren't you? So yeah, beautiful.
And I think that's why people believe in the metaphysical side of them, because they are imbued with, I suppose, with that.
Sometimes whether it's a case of that the properties are true or not, it doesn't really matter. It's the feeling that you get from it. And if that emulates to you, then that's perfect, because you are drawing from it on that basis, not necessarily...
That's why you've chosen it,
exactly.
That's why you work
You're
with
drawn
it.
to it.
Exactly, whether it's just physically the colour, the shape, or just how it makes you feel, exactly. And at the moment as well, we don't have any eye light. I can't even remember the last time we had eye light on the show. I mean, we rarely, we've had some of our Indian eye light recently come through on our sister channel, but that's only been a recent smattering on the show, you know, our sister channel being Gems. And I say that because obviously I sort of have a foot in both camps here. So, yeah, so, and I know at Jewellery Maker, we haven't had this strand, I think this is the first time this year, isn't it? Most probably. Forgive me if I'm wrong, and you know, with the other presenters, obviously you do see a lot on the show day after day, but I think this is the first time, you know, if memory serves me right. So we need to take advantage, because it's very limited edition. I think we had some little eye light once. Was it in a kit? Oh, was it on a silver chain? Yes, eye light rondelles. I think that was the last time we saw it. It might have been mixed in with pearls, eye light and pearl silver chain. But they're much smaller, aren't they? I mean, they're like 2mm rondelles. This is 3 to the big parcels of 7. Just beautiful. And the quality is gorgeous, beautifully cut. As you know, we've been exploring behind the scenes with Carol in our offices in Jaipur in India, seeing firsthand just how technical and how painstaking and how much labour, intensive hours, you know, it requires to literally cut these beautiful gemstones. So, you know, this is what you're investing in, as Hayley said. This is what you're investing in. This is how it makes you feel. This is the beauty of natural, real gemstones. And that's 60 carats. Yeah, there she's looking at some faceted strands, and you just think, you know, that could be your purchase for the day. And they've got to produce that for 4 channels, bless them, you know, 24 hours a day here at Jewellery Maker and Gems TV and Rocks TV and Gems Extra. All right, this is a very special deal for today only till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, or while I'm more worried about the quantity, because we always start with double figures on these gems of distinction, you know, less than 100. So please, please, please don't miss out. Some of the strands I've had of this nature, I've had 50. So please don't miss out. Please make sure you're dialing. If you want to invest in those lovely high-end strands, and it's going to go look at that glow there. $19.95. My goodness me, I paid that for one Tugalong piece. And the rest on our sister channel. And that's 60 whopping carats. I'm not trying to shoot myself in the foot here, but, you know, I do compare like for like, having a foot in both camps, and I do think, well, I can go make it myself. I can, you know, I'll get a strand, or, you know, the same thing happens. Sometimes it's already made for you, and it's, you know, even better still. So great. It's what we want. It's what we're prepared to do, how we want to work with it, what we want to make, what we want to buy. And at 60 carats, you know, it's not like a little mean snivelling couple of points, is it? That's a big, meaty, fat 60 carats there of that beautiful, beautiful iolite. It really adds that touch of class, that touch of high-end professionalism as well to your strands, maybe your designs that you're selling, or coming into Christmas. You know, maybe you know a lot of babies or big girls like myself and Hayley that just love blue. Love the colour blue, so we're happy with blue agate, and we're happy with our blue iolite and our blue sapphires. We're not going to say no, are we?
Simple creatures.
Simple is right. Exactly. We want simple beauty, simplicity, those beautiful, calming, soothing sea blues, sky blues of this gorgeous, gorgeous ancient gem, the iolite. And fantastic quality. Just take those strand apart, see that quality. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. In fact, I challenge you in that month, you know, just to have a little look. And well, the best way to look at it is in the day. Look at, if you hold up to the light, you'll see the pleochroism, because straight away I can see the silveries and the yellows, the pleochroism. I don't even need a dichroscope, which is an instrument you use to see the pleochroism in a gemstone. You can actually see it. I can see purples, tanzanite purples, sapphire blues, and then move it silvery whites almost. Yeah, just hold it up to the natural daylight. And I just know in the month that you've got with your money back guarantee, I know we won't be beaten by the competition. You will not find 60 carats of highlight for that price anywhere else. Get it home, have a look. Have your own appraisal at a jeweller's if needs be. Give it your own important evaluation. And if you're not 100% satisfied, every penny of $19.95 is sent back. But our gems of distinction, our high-end gem strands, do go like hotcakes to the professional jewellery makers out there. And those of you that really want those high-end pieces made for those special family gifts. As we move into the festive season, this is where it gets more cost effective to make our own, isn't it?
Definitely, definitely. And it's not just a case of that it's, you're making a saving, it's that you're actually giving a little part of you as well, aren't you?
Exactly.
And there's nothing more flattering than
Yeah.
somebody taking a little bit of time, a little bit of initiative to come up with something for you personal.
Exactly. We'd all put money in a card. Don't get me wrong. Love getting those cards.
Yeah, yeah.
But when somebody's actually taken the time and the trouble and has thought about you and what you might like and what your design choice might be.
That's right.
It says a million.
It does, yes.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Oh, we got the Botswana as well. And I've got a bundle. And I said, do you remember the silvery greys out of the Botswana? I would put, because of the silvers, and you'll see it if you hold it up to the light, I would put those silvery greys with the highlight, because it's got that nature in it. You'll see what I mean when you hold it up to the light. Alrighty, that's coming up in a moment, but I've got a brand new, look at these, I didn't show you these earlier. Look at these gorgininess. So much to fit in the last 3/4 of an hour. I know still to come, but I've got a big bundle to do. A big bursting bundle. A bundle that burst out all over Dee. I know, look at those, they're gorgeous. It literally did. It literally did. Let me put that there because I'm dying to do those. But first of all, look at it. Literally did. It's like the bundle went whang and everything sprang out. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, wow. Ooh, now then. Big pendant bales there. Or ribbon ends, whichever way you want to use them. So, wow, what have we got going on here? Our fabulous fuchsia agates. Look at those. We've had the green. We've had the sort of purpley blue, haven't we? Bright fuchsia pink in those, licorice torpedoes, I think Hayley called them. Zeppelins, chipolatas, I was saying. Are they fantastic? Look at those. Are they gorgeous? We haven't seen any for ages. And then 3 fantastic strands. This is my pink and purple, beautiful sort of large agates. Barrels. Nearly 3 centimetres. 460 carats. Then I've got my pale pink, orange and yellow. Yeah, I don't really see orange if I'm honest. I see a brighter marigold colour, a lemon and a pink. But that's what they've called them. Cultured pearls, 7 by 8 millimetres. Then my traditional white pearls. I know, my lovely, lovely white cultured pearls, 7 by 8 millimetres. So we can't get enough of those today. They've featured so heavily in so many different designs. I've got my tiger ebony wood puffy cuboid beads. Again, great for the gents jewellery. Great to tie in with that tiger's eye. Look at the lovely textures and styles we've got going on here. Yeah, love the wood. Love the wood. And then we've also got my lava rock rondelles. These are a bit different, aren't they? It's another type of lava rock, carbonatite, which is like a smoothed, solidified lava rock. It's related to the family, but you don't get that porosity. It's not. It's become more sedimented. The carbon in there, the atoms have replaced that porosity. It's more of a solid gem. It looks like a jasper. That's the best comparison I can make. Lovely turquoise colour as well. Then we've got loads of ribbon of sort of pink and purple hues. So 10 times 10 colours, 10 metres, 100 metres. Pink, purple, like a violet purple. So that's great because that would go beautifully. I'm just looking at these two here with my highlight. You know those 3 together? Silvery white, more of an aubergine, violet purple, bright pink. That's more of a rose pink, you know, like the puffy magnesites. Lovely honey blonde gold, lovely white, lovely black. Oh, there's more purples down, lilac purple. Oh, look at that ribbon. that I've just messed up. Jack hates me already. You just got to get in there, haven't you? Great for wrapping your presents. Great for putting, oh, and the silver. Yeah, there's just beautiful. There's loads in there. 100 meters. Plus, our silver findings here. Now, these are sterling silver ribbon or cord ends, as it were. Let me take them out. I'll just put these strands down back on the bust, so because there's so much there. There's 5 of those bursting out all over the ribbons. What a bundle, eh? What a gorgeous bundle. These are slightly a slightly different dynamic to the other cord ends you'd see, because the other ones have the extended chain on, but they also work in a different way. And this is why they look like stirrups. They look like little letterboxes. There we go. Now can you see? Yeah, there's your jagged edges, the claws. It's like, snap, snap. The alligator, there he is. And that's what your ribbon or your cord or your thicker pieces can go into. Yeah, see the teeth? Yeah. And then you've got the actual, so you haven't got the chain on there, so you can put these onto your chain, or just simply attached and then have ribbon as a tie to the whatever is being snapped in place with the teeth. Looks quite medieval, doesn't it? Looks like those awful traps. Sorry, that's just a terrible thing to say. That's a bit of a romantic sell there, Fee. But they're so firm is what it is. Sterling silver, because you just put you don't even necessarily have to knot, because you've got those little teeth jagged edges, let's face it, that is going to bite into the ribbon. And that's what keeps the attachment, that's what keeps the purchase, isn't it? And it is nice to have them a little bit wider there as well. So if we did have a knot or something thicker, like you mentioned velvet ribbon earlier.
Perfect.
Now velvet ribbon, we need a bit of a meatier purchase, don't we? A tighter jaw, as it were.
That's it, you need to know that it's going to be secure.
Exactly, because especially if you're hanging something like a pendant off it.
That's right. Well, there could be a reasonable amount of weight attached to the pendant, couldn't there? So yeah,
it
perfect.
Could, yeah.
So they're
exactly.
really substantial.
It's called the Light Fantastic. So we've got 5 beautiful strands, 2 pearls, ebony wood, that fantastic, the smooth, remember, carbonate lava rock bells, and then your large, beautiful quartz barrels there, agate and quartz barrels, plus 8, I beg your pardon, 8 of the sterling silver ribbon cord ends, 6 millimeters in width. Beautiful bundle, a bundle that would, you know, easily lend itself to so much that we've already had on the show today. And there's 10 meters of 10 different colors in the pink and the purple, lavender, rose pink, white, black, and there is a honey gold in there as well. So we can wrap our presents, we can tie through our chain, we can do some beautiful designs as Hayley's already shown us today on the show with individual pendants. You know, you could just use those as an individual pendant and tie with the ribbon in between.
Just reminds me of the Christmas selection box.
It is like a Christmas selection box, isn't it? Yeah. You get all sorts. That's what you want, isn't it? £27.95 straight down. So just for those 5 strands alone, there I've got £25 at least. £5 for those cultured pearls. You know. It is a multi-gem saver bundle, really, isn't it? You could just say, do you know what? We'll pop in some ribbons and some silver cord ends. Perfect pearls. Just those ones alone. You know, our individual white pearls have been going for $14.95 recently. So there you've got a lovely high-end strand, and they're big. They're 7 by 8 millimeters. We've seen those utilised in the Wall of Fame and used a lot in the kits today as well. So beautiful. Yes, classic staple, everybody needs. And then you've got the lovely tiger ebony wood, which I love. That dynamic of that beautiful, almost looks like kind of a turquoise jasper. These pretty pearls. I mean, these 3 look great together, don't they, with the wood? And then these are just beautiful, full stop. These would be, you know, $9.95 to sell them separately anyway. Those beautiful agate quartz barrels. You got it all there though for $27.95. MNGC 82. Plus they're 6 millimeter wide, those larger jaw ribbon cord ends, pack of 8, 95 sterling silver. Loads of different colors there. Look at that aubergine, lavender, black, rose pink, bright pink, candy pink, purple, gold, loads. 100 meters there. 100 meters, loads of ribbon. Lots been allocated. Well done to you. Don't forget to proceed straight to checkout. It's called our Light Fantastic Collection. If you're waiting on the line, it's a free phone number, so just hang fire there. We want you to be successful because we're trying to think of increasing your store for obviously a busy period now when you'll get Jewellery Maker for gift ideas and selling. And we're trying to encourage new buyers to give us a go today as a brand new hobby, a brand new journey. Shall we release the Botswana? Yes. And you know what else would look gorgeous with that? Just looked. It's coming up. You know that lovely lava rock? We'll just grab this because this 2 strands are new in. And if I just pop in there into the mix, look at those. That's why that bundle you just got was so good. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Beautiful, isn't it? So just thinking of those 2 coming up and how you've got that, it's related to the family of the lava rock, but you haven't got that porosity. It's got more of a solid aspect to it like jasper. But just how beautiful it ties in with those almost like rhomboids, aren't they? Just worth mentioning because it's coming up. But first that Botswana, that beautiful Botswana that I just thought looked so fantastic with those fiery drops. I'll just show you those again because it's like baby drops and big drops. And I've got a lovely 3-strand bundle that would look great with it as well. Yeah. So you got that earlier. Let's do the royal of the agates. Even more precious. How much? 220 carats. Just look at those colours. Look at that. Very limited. Apparently it's been on air before, but I don't like a day to pass without a bit Botswana. It's almost like not having your cup of tea in the morning. You're setting off on the wrong foot. Life's not complete. Botswana! There's the call to the phone. We need to make sure we're not missing out. I love the autumn shades. I love the silvery dove greys. Put that with your labradorite. Fire reds. This is going to be a Fifi special just because I'm just so nuts about it. We did read out about that lovely email earlier, that lovely wall of fame. Where was that lovely necklace? I can picture it in my mind's eye. No, it was the one with the pendant in the middle. I can't see it now from this angle. Oh. Where's it gone? All Botswana around. There it is, the second one above that one, In, that's it there. I'm sure, thank you, Hayley, thank you, Don. There it is, look. Was this the one? No, that's the one. You picked up the one I just asked you to, but it's not the one. That's my fault, darling, Hayley. There was, did I dream it? I'm dreaming Botswana now. I definitely did, didn't I? I definitely called out one that was, yeah. Somebody had made a Botswana piece. She's going to have a look. I'm sure I'm not going around the twist. I definitely said it earlier, didn't I? 12 by 18 millimeters, 220. Because I remember reading out, the lady said it's absolutely gorgeous, and she mixed it with something else. Yes. It was a necklace. I'm going around the twist. It's official. But let's give you a going around the twist price. I know, I think my director is as well, because she can definitely losing the plot. Was it the one we just said? And I'm just going around the twist. Anyway, let's give you a fantastic price point to celebrate the royal of the agates. It's the linear, beautiful, the finely drawn layers. Hooray! We found it. Thank you. She looked through all 16. I knew it was a necklace and there was something pendulote going on. Look, here's the beautiful Joy from Lincolnshire using the stunning 6mm Botswana. So Joy from Lincolnshire, and thank heavens for that. I really thought I was going around the twist. Who ordered 3 DVDs to learn how to do more. And she mixed it in with rose gold and a tassel. And it makes her smile. Well, well done, Joy, and well done, Hayley, for finding these. We are not going to do Lally. Well, occasionally. Oh, brilliant! You got that fantastic early strand for a ridiculous £7.95. Now the most royal, the most precious, the most highly valued of your agates there. Look at those two. Don't separate those two. Meant to be together. And you know what? I've got a 3-strand bundle that would look bundleicious with it. Look at those autumn shades. Limited stock for the Botswana though, limited stock. Less than 20 left. Oh, it's worth a look. See, just puts a little smile on my face like joy. It's worth it, isn't it? Oh, do you know what look nice as well? The ebony wood, the pearls always look gorgeous. Don't miss out. Good luck, everybody. Shall I do that 3-strand bundle? Because I've got that double bundle as well to do, haven't I? And we've got the fire agate and the rutile quartz. Oh, and something else has arrived. Oh, make sure you jam-pack Saturday and Sunday show for me, Edward. He's gone. He ran away. He's ran away. The lovely Ed. He's jumping around like Tigger. Oh, look, look, look. You know, you see. Let me just show you. Let me just show you. It is. He's just the gift fairy just keeps coming down. Look at what you got. And look at all these great colours that we're seeing Hayley wear. Beautiful. Wonderstone jasper. Coffee agate. And rainbow agate. Ooh, now look. Look at the colours. Aquarium blues. It's like fossils. Beautiful, beautiful. Our banded agate. I mean, that looks always gorgeous with Botswana because and smoky quartz, caramel hues, chocolate hues, golds, and then ooh, look at these. Almost like, again, you wore the right colours today, Hayley. This is your colours. These gorgeous oranges and chocolates. It's like a toffee eclair. Oh, beautiful. Love this. So we've got our rainbow agate, our wonderstone, the rainbow agate there, our coffee agate there, and our wonderstone. Just beautiful. We don't often see the wonderstone, do we? It's beautiful though, isn't it? 860 carats. Is that collectively? Yeah. 500 in that beautiful jasper, 200 in the rainbow agate, and then 100 in the coffee agate. Yeah. Beautiful. This is like a rainforest, isn't it? Beautiful. Fantastic price as well. Love these brand new strands. Rainbow agate, wonderstone, jasper, and coffee agate. Oh, bargain-alicious, a bundle-alicious, beautifulness, bountifulness. $12.95 for all three. If you missed out on your, hello, cheeky. If you missed out on your lovely, what was I doing? Botswana. And if you missed out on that lovely, lovely fiery strand earlier, well, hopefully you didn't if you were early. $12.95. Did I hear what I thought I heard? Woof. Woof, woof, woof. What do I love as much as Botswana, Tom? The Black Duke, the noble prince, the gem that is better than black diamonds. OMG. Oh, sexy. Woof, woof, woof. Look at this. Oh my heavens, just dial now. Just make sure you dial now. The other day I had we didn't even have enough for an hour. Suddenly we were polling, my producer said, oh, B, I've got some black spinel for you. It's Tuesday on Gems TV and the pieces, you know, you were looking at 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds. This is not the worth or value of it, I assure you, because I've got some in my own collection that I was valued. No, let's just, does it? Oh, okay, all right. Now, actually, this strand is exactly the strand you see in this little bit of footage. Let's show it now then. Let's show it now.
The team here at Jewellery Maker and Jaipur are constantly pushing the boundaries, and as I'm sure you can see just by looking at these 10 strands here, really exciting brand new cuts, brand new shapes and sizes that'll be on your screens in just a few weeks.
few weeks. It's here now. I'm holding it, that very strand. Why do I love it so well? Spinels are pure single refractivity, whether they're black, they're red, they're purple, they're pink. You have some of the most highly valued precious gemstones in this family. The adamantine luster of a black spinel, as far as I'm concerned, and I had some ladies on the Rocks Academy last week which agreed with me, is greater than black diamonds. It's even better. The Burmese call it natwi, spirit polish, because it looks like the angels have danced on the surface, because the luster of the black spinel is just so beautiful. I know it's ebony black, and that sounds like an odd thing to say, but the luster is so bright and beautiful. It can put the adamantine luster of a black diamond to shame, and you get that purity of colour. Red spinels rarer than rubies. Spinels, well, rarer than a unicorn. Just so valuable. It's almost impossible to just sort of explain. And black spinels, just so gorgeous. Look at that. The angels have danced on the surface. That's how beautifully polished and cut this sensual, gorgeous, noble duke, this master of disguise, discovered in 1587. As a separate species, because you know one of the most famous rubies, the Timor ruby, is actually a big red spinel. It's rarer. The reason we don't is these rarer beautiful gems aren't there in abundance, so they're not mining for them in abundance because they aren't there to be got. So for worldwide demand, you know, what they're going to cream, what they're going to get loads of money on, things that they can get loads of. So we don't know so much about them, but they're very rare, they're very distinctive, they're very precious, and they're so darn beautiful. Oh my word, I didn't even have enough to fill an hour on our sister channel. That's how little we see of this gorgeous, rich, ebony black gem. It puts any other black gem to shame. It's in another stratosphere. It's in another galaxy. That's how gorgeous this black spinel is. Please, from the Latin spintharis, meaning spark, meaning fire, and also referring to spina, the octahedral crystals, which are almost point thorn-like in the makeup of the gemstone. Spinel. What? Excuse me, how much? Getting on my high horse. There's a spanking about to happen. You can't do that for that price, young Dee. Bend over, you little minx. Spank, spank, spank. You can't go that low. That's naughtiness. This is spinel. This is precious. I'm going to do it anyway. You don't take any notice of me. Oh my goodness me. Get on the phone lines right now. Buy 2, buy 3, but don't miss out. That's just outrageous what she's going to do. She just told me in my ear. Oh. You can't do this to black spinel. I told Ed off the last time he did this. Nobody listens to me anyway. Nobody listens to me, Hayley. Nobody listens.
That's not on, is it?
Nobody listens. You're listening. You're on the miss out. Buy 3 in case Mildred is working today, or she's gone down the baker's for a few buns for Alfred, or in case, I don't know, Maureen's working or she's just coming in from the late shift and she'll go mad if she misses this. Get 3, get 2 for yourself and 1 for somebody else. Just treat yourself, even if you don't know what you're going to do with it yet. Just make sure you don't miss out on the black spinel. HJSF13. Sincerely, those of you that know me here at James TV and Jewellery Maker know it's one of my absolute favourites. And actually, because of the Rocks Academy the other day, we were talking about black spinel, blah, blah, blah. And I did, the next day, on the Tuesday, I said I didn't even have enough for an hour on our sister channel. And I said, oh, and this necklace, I said, I wish the ladies, I'm hoping some of them are watching from the Rocks Academy. One of them was, and she bought it for a mum. She bought it for a mum. I don't think she'll be watching. I'm supposed to support the Christmas surprise. But she was this wonderful, glamorous lady. She was like, who's that lovely Pussy Galore out James Bond? Who's that lovely Pussy Galore? Honor Blackman. She was glam. A young Honor Blackman she was. Oh. Anyway, so just to the ladies, Alison and Jackie, and they were both saying, oh yeah, the black spinel. But you've got to see, you've got to be on that phone right now. Oh, things are dropping all over the place now. I'm disconnecting myself in the excitement. It's after that spanking. 60 carats, make sure you're on that phone, make sure you're buying 2. Seriously, because the price point is that, oh stop, I can't even look at that, it's so ridiculous. Look at that, it's insulting me, it's insulting me. This is why I said get 2. Thank you, Jack. Goodness me, the whole place is collapsing with an eruption because that's just so naughty. We don't know when we're going to get it in. Yeah, that's brand new. You just saw the footage of Carol there. She was only in India 2 weeks ago with our Chloe. And, you know, you saw these beautiful, beautiful rare gemstones being faceted Managed to get that strand in today's show because everybody knows I'm absolutely nuts so hazelnuts about black spinel. And if I could get it in your collection, I would change the world. Everybody should have black spinel. There's nothing more beautiful. I bought a ring and it was valued at 10 times the price. 10 times the price. Hayley, I bought it for 3 figures from Gems TV. Valuation was 4 figures.
Really? Oh my goodness.
That's how rare black spinel is, Hayley. That's why we need 50,000 strands of these in our collection, but I haven't got 50,000. Make sure you just get more than one, please, 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 please don't miss out. I couldn't be more passionate. Did you? Who let that on the show? Oh, let me at it. Let me at it. Still ridiculous at £20. Still ridiculous. Still a giveaway. Steal at 10. Buy 2. If you're on that phone line, hang on in there. It's a free phone number. Just don't miss out. 60 carats. Oh, what would you do with it, Hayley? What would you just do? Because you can look at it and covet it and love it. Well, we've got to do something with it.
I think it's one of those ones where you have a little cat. One to use.
Want to covet and stroke and think, you beautiful thing, you beautiful thing.
But it's just such, it's sheer elegance, isn't it? It's elegant. It's again just beauty and lightweight as well. So it's not one of those ones that you would necessarily team up with anything too heavy because you don't want to be overpowered. Perfect. That was exactly what my thinking was.
The gold chain we had earlier. Because we could just have a few. You can just wrap around each of those individual squares and have just a couple at a dynamic angle.
It's just to add that kind of little kind of blast of colour, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be beautiful. I love just a few of those hanging through those individual links of that gold-plated chain we had earlier, that luxurious chain.
It's so beautifully faceted as well. The light from over here is just bouncing off there.
Yeah, I haven't seen it till you've seen it on. It's just divine. The sparkle coming off it, the lustre, it's just to die for. Look at that, look at that!
And can you imagine if you were making pairs of earrings, how many pairs of earrings you would get from that?
Let's do it, Hayley. Let's forget the rest of the show, let's just make earrings out of black spinel. Can just enjoy with us. Under £10. Fantastic. Bit of a queue, but you know what? It's worth it. Free phone number. Hold the lines. It's worth the wait. I'd wait a lifetime for that beautiful gemstone, you know, to get it in your collection. Please don't miss out. Please.
The ridiculous thing is, if we're talking earrings, you've got enough there to make at least 10 pairs of earrings, haven't you?
And the rest.
£1 a pair?
There's got to be over 50. Yeah? What would you get? It's got to be over 50 on there.
Oh my goodness.
We could do like sandwich them, can't we?
Well, that's it. You could use them as spaces to surround another bead if you wanted to, or just sheer elegance. Use them with your silver findings, your gold,
silver balls in between, gold balls in between.
Don't need to add an awful lot to it because again, the stone does all the work for you.
Oof. HJSF for Freddie 13. I've got a few more gorgeousness pieces to do, if I could speak. I've been rendered speechless by that. Oh, yes, that 3-strand pack. Between that and the highlight, my God, and the garnet today, heavens above. Wow, 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 wee wow. Now, I'm thinking of the 3 kits we've had today, and the 2 that involve that beautiful, one had the Zambian amethyst in it, one had the lovely frosted amethyst in it, didn't it, the first one. The first one went for £16.95. Watch the repeats if you're thinking passion flower. That was ridiculous price, wasn't it? And then we had the lovely natural Zambian chrome amethyst in our was it our 3rd or 2nd? Anyway, it was the other kit. So I'm just thinking of the rutilated quartz as well, with the fire agate there and those purple lavender shades, and then beautiful, beautiful fluorite. That fluorite, we had the 4mm round in the passion flower kit, so I'm just thinking of those fluorites as well. Pretty. Just love it. Don't you? Gorgeous. And 3 very different strands again. Yes, we had the early bird, but we've got this fire agate now again. Look at the size of those. Now I'm moving on, but we're not ignoring you on the phone lines. Stay on those phone lines for the black spinel. Did we have a good event that, darling? Good event. So we should be all right on the repeats. So we should be getting at least 2. Oh yeah, I had a good few hundred. So please don't, because even the one we had on last night was about £20, wasn't it? Affordability, like you wouldn't believe. Just make sure you don't miss out on the repeats. Do call for that black spinel. Sorry, I digress. Back to what I'm doing. Rainbow fluorite, rutile quartz, and my purple and white. It's almost like emulating your fire agate. They look like snow-capped domes, don't they? Icing sugar on blueberries. Blueberry ice cream. Blueberry muffins with icing.
Smoothies.
Smoothies, blueberry smoothies. That's what we're making. Blueberry smoothies. Ooh, love a smoothie. Gorgeous. 3-strand pack, fabulous. Are we gonna? We just had a special offer. Surely there's no more specialness to give. We can't give. If giving is, living is without you. Can't live without our XL. Can't give any more. Yes, we can. We're gonna give more. We want more, Tommy. We want more. Oh, that was one of Jed's first words. More and aya. $12.95. There was 2 first words. Aya, more. The boy that go far. And $12.95. That's amazeballs, isn't it? That's fantastic. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better. Things can only get better. Add it to your order if you're waiting on the phone line. Add it, what's what? £4.30 a strand. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Add it to your order if you're waiting. We've got those phone lines down to single figures now, so well done. Please stay there with us. You can still get this bundle. HVGC03. Remember, proceed to check out. You beautiful web buyers as well, because I don't want you to miss out. Oh, stop with your gorgeousness there. It's all bundling in. We've still got to catch up with our Hayley, so I better move on to the next one and then have a catch up with Hayley. There's been so much in today's show. Gold Rush, because we're jam-packing that show as well. Competitions, giveaways, and talking gold. Oh. Is this my bundle? Am I doing the right thing here, darling girl? Silver. Is this with it? Oh, okay. Cheeky bit of eye pinnage. Sterling silver eye pins. It's always nice to have these little extras thrown in because you'll use them in your stash, won't you, Hayley?
Oh, definitely. And it's a case of, as you say, the more that you've got in your stash, the more elaborate you make your pieces.
Exactly. And eye pins are great, aren't they?
Oh gosh, very versatile. Very versatile.
I'm actually looking at the length of the gem, the eye pin. You see, it could go through there. If that was your end, yeah, look, you can create your eye the other side. Yeah, so that will stop, plug your hole, as it were. And then you've got enough there, Hayley will tell you now, to make another loop. It'll be snug, but you've got enough.
Well, that's it, you've got enough. And you can also use that maybe as an anchor point, so as you could make almost like tassel style jewellery from that, add a few little maybe silver beads to those. Little dangle.
Beautiful, love the idea. Rhomboid shapes. Now these are called your black agate turquoise quartz rectangle bipyramids. 3 centimetres by 2 centimetres. They're such a dynamic shape, 720 carats. You've then got here as well your black agate faceted rice beads. They're 3 centimetres by a centimetre in width, 230 carats. And then I'm holding up the stash, 2 packs of those eye pins. So 40, there's 20 in each pack, you get 40. And they're lovely 4 centimetres in length. So lovely long length. So they're like a little extra in this bundleicious bundle. So Forest Shades it's called. 40 eye pins, 4 centimetre eye pins. And I just love those bipyramidal shapes. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Beautiful, isn't it? Truly pendant bound. Just the dynamic between that and your rice beads, maybe some rounds, maybe some rutile quartz, maybe some black silvery grey hematite, those lovely pyramids we had earlier. Maybe a pearl in between. They're just, that looks so, you know, we were talking about the thicker knits and the jumpers, and wouldn't that be gorgeous? They're just, oh, polo neck jumper, yeah. Yeah. I love the colour as well. And that turquoisey green. I liked, yeah, I liked it with the lava rock we had in that bundle earlier. Fun bundle. What was it called? Something, lilac purple bundle. One with all the ribbons. Beautiful. Light fantastic, yes. Gorgini! Gorgeous. Plus your, mustn't forget, plus your eye pins. 40 sterling silver eye pins there as well. You're gorgeous, you're gorgeous. 40 of those. We haven't seen anything like this shape today or for a long time as well. So, and I love the rice beads as well. 19.95. So fantastic offer. Even if your strand's £10 each, then there's 40 sterling silver eye pins. Beautiful. I know. In fact, it'd be more, wouldn't it, for the green and black agate? We'd be looking more like 15 for a high strand like that. There's just so much in there, isn't there? Look how dynamic they are in that bipyramidal shape. The faceting, how it catches the light. Yeah, looks fantastic on the neckline for the winter. But then you've got the dynamic as well of those, you know, these can be very elegant as well, space with pearls in between. I love that luster. Shall we go and see our lovely Hayley while these are on the screen? Because Hayley was given a challenge first thing this morning. She's diligently working away there, and she's been absolutely fabulous, I'm sure she is. But we'll leave the availability of that up on the screen for the moment, so that gives you a bit more time. What about that bundle? Wasn't that fantastic, Hayley?
I loved it. Love it, love it, love it. I've had such a fabulous morning.
Good.
Thank you.
Any favourites today that you thought, oh?
Too much.
Yeah.
I love all the amethyst. Love the amethyst because it's one of the colours that I do love. And all the beautiful earth tones as well.
Yes,
so working with my outfit. So yeah, lots to choose from. And each one is just as beautiful as the next. So,
and you need to see them.
Oh gosh, yeah. Definitely. It's good that you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee because it just means that you've got plenty of time to have a look and really scrutinise them. But nothing will be coming back.
No, that's the trouble, isn't it? I say, well, you can always send it back, but it never happens. I don't think I've ever sent anything back. Right, we have come to a conclusion. You've been beavering away now. We gave you a challenge with the blue banded agate, the double drill frosted quartz. You had purple 0.6mm wire in there, and our lovely brushed silver. Find it. Now, you've done exactly what you said you were going to do earlier. You said you're going to create a graduated waterfall, as it were.
That's it. And I've used some of the lavender beads that were in that beautiful passion flower kit that we had first thing this morning. So yeah, it teams up with that beautifully. And again, just further extends the actual kit itself. Fabulous value for money. I mean, I've got so many different styles here. What I've done is I've gone for kind of a quantity of different styles rather than creating collections. Then you can kind of emulate the designs into bracelets, into earrings and things like that. But I just love that. It's such an elegant look, straight strand drop. Then we make it a little bit funky. Now I will hold my hands up. I am not the most experienced in wire work, and I have no wire work tools. Only I think I had a pen. A pen that was able to use to wrap it around.
There's your gizmo.
But if it's a case that you don't have maybe the wire work jigs, use things that you've got at home, maybe cocktail sticks, bamboo skewers, things like that will help you until you actually buy those the tools to work with it. So just so as you can get to the feel of wire work, and then when you know and love it, then you can go on and buy the tools and accessories to go with it. I'm holding this one in place because I haven't had a chance to actually put my clasp on it.
Oh, it's an illusion necklace.
A bit of an illusion necklace going on as well here. Just using some of the crimp beads. And that's a lovely one because when it's against the skin tone, you just can't see that thread that's between each of those. And the very dramatic look, I think.
It's got a very delicate look, hasn't it? Because the monofilament, when that's on the skin tone, like it is on the bust, they look like the gems floating. Hence the illusion.
That's it. This, I think, in the centre, the bracelet just to the side.
Here, now you've used your wire, haven't you? What are your elastic?
It's elastic. It's back elastic, and I think that's my favourite piece of all of them because what we've got, we've obviously got the double drilled stones there as well, and then we've basically taken it through the double drill, taken it through the white ball, the silver balls, and then taken it through the blue gems as well. And then when we've come to the end, all we've done is knotted it and then kind of crossed them over. So it's very much a kind of festival feel with this. And just knotted it, popped a little bit of jewellery glue on there or clear polish just to make sure it doesn't unravel. But that's nice size. And the nice thing is with those beads, those silver beads, they're actually adjustable. So if you wanted a snugger fit on your wrist, then you can just slide those into place and they'll stay there.
I like that, Hayley, because you've got three very different, shows you how beautiful that agate strand was in your Hayley collection bundle, which is on the screen right now on the right hand side. And then this is our purple wire, the 0.6, isn't it?
Now that one, I took a little bit of inspiration from the Wall of Fame when we saw the double drilled on there as well. So we used a little bit of that and just simply taking two strands of the purple wire that comes in the kit, taking it through and just twisted 3 times between each of those stones, and then they do look like little ice cubes, don't they? Just suspended. But again, you could echo that through to a bracelet, similar sort of idea. Make a real collection of it. beautiful.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. And very funky with our ribbon here. Just goes to show you can keep it really simple, very effective. And I'm just thinking that beautiful black spinel with some of those silver findings would just be fantastic.
It's like a little flying saucer, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? I like it all the more for
so
it.
I thought we're looking
at
a little bit of sci-fi, so that's where my my pen came into its own, and I kind of wound the wire around the pen and then slid the pen out of place and then kind of fed the wire through. So I created the loop itself using the wire itself, just whacked on it. And then added a little jump ring just so there's a little bit of fluidity, and then the ribbon passed through it as well. So yeah, just something a little bit different. But you can add to those, can't you? Add extra beads to those.
You can. You could have little gems coming off the spirals. That's there. It, yeah. Those beautiful garnets, for instance. I've just got these here to hand because you know that's all it would take. Such a light feel to the design. You could just have a little garnet because you could just thread that through and then hook up.
That's it, just like twist the ends. Yeah. Twist the ends to create your stopper, just so that they don't actually come out of place. Or even create a loop, hook that onto the loop and then twist the loop in place to
yes,
secure
that's what
them.
I was thinking, a loop.
Nice.
Yeah. Beautiful. And in fact, all these blue shades, I'm thinking again the eye light would look gorgeous with them as well.
Gosh, I didn't realise just how many pieces you got on that strand. You can't see from over here when you're showing.
It's quite deceptive, isn't it? Have a little look. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is absolutely fabulous.
And hello.
Oh, I can see why you love it.
Oh, can you see my obsession? The black
Those two work so well. You could alternate those, couldn't you? Alternate those if you wanted to get, and maybe put little silver spaces in between each of them.
Now we're talking.
Very elegant.
Now we're talking. So they were our high-end strands there, just for you to have a little look at. Well, my darling, it's been an absolute pleasure. So there's been a lot on the show today as well. We've had the Botswana, we've had the 3-strand bundle as well for $12.95. Just incredible. Should we get the code up for the garnet? Because they're a lot more pink. It's like we always say, Hayley, isn't it? Get them home, have a little look. There we go. Garnet's on the screen now. You can, when you separate them, they're a lot pinkier than they appear on the strand as a collective. They're more of a, well, we could go into that wine colour, which is so big, isn't it?
Well, it's just a beautiful tone. And if you are wearing maybe something like a burgundy velvet or something like that, this would lend itself beautifully to that. Beautiful little pieces here.
Yeah. And we said about pearls as well. Jenny in County Down says, "Hi Fee and all the lovely peeps at Jewellery Maker. I need more pearls in my life, please." Also can't find any waxed cord on the website. Am I looking in the wrong place? Great show as usual. Love and hugs to all. That's Jenny, Northern Ireland. Well, we've had pearls on the show today. There at the bottom of the screen. That was a set of 3 in the fresh green, the pistachio, and the white. We've had the white pearls in a 5-strand bundle. And do we have some pearls and something else as well?
We've had all sorts of pearls today, haven't we? Different colours as well.
And we had wax caught in your passion flower kit.
That's right. Yeah. That was like the lilac version.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, if you look under threading materials, Jenny, they should be there. And if they're not there, they could have sold out. You know, she's on about the wax cord.
Chance.
But yes, that first kit that we did today. Hayley and I did have the purple, but if you're under threading, I dare say she already has, Jenny has, but we'll be on to it, trying to get you some more, my darling. So could you single out a favourite? I mean, you said the amethyst, I know I asked you that, but it's unfair, isn't it, really?
It's not fair to ask me if a favourite.
I think you know what mine is.
Oh, I know your favourite, and I must admit, I can see why. I think I do like the top end.
Yeah.
I do like the top end. So that's if I'm
special.
If I was creating something classic, something for a very special birthday, 40th birthday, or a special occasion, then definitely I would go the high end. I did love the passion flower set, though. I have to say that was a beautiful set.
Your first one.
Did enjoy
and for
$16.95. You can't go far wrong.
If you just joined us, you'll see at the start of the show, it's the first kit, and we were very truthful when we said it should have been $24.95. We reduced it to, was it 21? No, 19, and then in the show 16. $16.95. Well, Hayley, my darling, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for all your hard work.
Thank you to you as well.
Will we see you again soon? Do you know?
Yes, I have a bundle I'm working on at the moment. So yeah, I can't remember the date off the top of my head. I don't do dates very well.
That's all right. We'll see you again. I'll be with you tomorrow. I hope you can join me. It's called the Gold Rush Show. We're focusing on all things gold, as well as the kits have got the gold findings in there, and we'll be talking about gold and gold facts, and we'll be having some giveaways. We'll have a competition and a quiz, so a bit of fun for exploring the elements of gold as a precious malleable metal. So I hope you'll join me. I'll be with you tomorrow at 9 AM with the lovely Rachel, and thank you to Hayley. Can't wait to see you and your bundle soon. And and have a great weekend. Enjoy the live show tonight at 5 o'clock. Take care.
You can watch Jewellery Maker live every day from 9 till 1 on Sky 655, Virgin 756 or FreeSat 807. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making!
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new jewellery maker hobby.
The early bird catches the worm. Don't miss out on your chance to grab our amazing early bird offers at 9 AM on weekday mornings. Catch them while you can. There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our